Washington, Andres. Lane 4, M. Fox, Long Island. Lane 5, T. Hepburn, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, D. Saunders, New Providence. Lane 7, D. Simmons, Columbus. Lane 8, R. McBrone, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 9 in this heat 2 of the boys 13, 14, 200 meter IM, C. Walks, representing Andres. We have results of the girls 13, 14, 200 meter IM. Taking the bronze, representing Team New Providence, Trinity Pratt. Representing Andres, taking the silver, Madison Gilbert. And taking the gold, also representing Andres, Alana Murray. Those are the results of the girls 13, 14, 200 meter IM.
Yeah, so the individual medley in the water now, as I said, the swimmers will swim one lap of every stroke: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. Very, very difficult event here. Having to transition from one stroke to the next. And starting out with butterfly, which is one, arguably, swimmers will tell you, the most difficult stroke. The most taxing, takes the most energy, and that's what you're starting with. And then you have 3 other strokes to complete after that. And it's so tiring, and you have to make sure you keep that technique together. Right now in lane 5, Tristan Hepburn out in the front for Grand Bahama. But it's still anybody's race here. We see in lane 6, Donald Saunders of New Providence seems to be gaining on him there a bit. And there's about 25 meters left to the finish. Oh, and coming up fast in lane 4, Michael Fox of Long Island. Can he take the win here? He is really, really gaining on them here. Oh no, and they're pulling away, trying to keep that lead. Great race here.
Taking that lead. Looks like lane 5, Tristan Hepburn, representing Team Grand Bahama. Next up in the pool will be heat 1 of the girls 15 and over 200 meter IM. Swimming out of lane 4, Kate Thompson, Columbus Isles. Lane 5, M. Major, Long Island. And swimming out of lane 6, M. Fox, Eleuthera. That's next up in the pool in the girls 15 and over 200 meter IM.
And you see the same time there, they ask the previous swimmers to stay in the pool while they start the race, so they don't have to wait for the gentlemen to clear the pool before they start those girls up for the IM. That makes the meet run a little bit more quickly there. And you heard the president of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation priding himself on being on time here at the Bahamas Games swimming competition. So that is just another way that they're trying to keep the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching one of the girls 15 and over 100 meter IM. We'd like to remind all athletes and coaches, immediately following the boys 15 and over 200 meter IM, we will have the medal presentations for the medley relay that took place last night. You will have the medal presentations for the medley relays that took place last night. Please have all athletes ready for the presentations immediately following the boys 15 and over 200 meter IM.
So you heard they're announcing what medals are coming up. They had that 100 meter medley relay last night, and they saved the awards for this morning. So after this 200 IM event, they will go to the podium and present the awards for the relays.
We have the results of the boys 13, 14, 200 meter IM. Taking the bronze, representing Long Island, Michael Fox. Representing New Providence, taking the silver, Donald Saunders. And taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, results of the boys 13-14, 200-meter iron.
Out in front here for Heat 1, Mathia Major of Long Island. She's in lane 5, making that final turn from breaststroke to freestyle here. Now, as these events are time finals, she's really going to have to hustle here on this last lap to see if her time will be fast enough to get her on that medal podium.
The last 50 meters of the girls 15 and over, Heat 1, 200-meter iron. Next up, the Heat 2 of the girls 15 and over, 200-meter iron. Swimming out of lane 1 will be S. Kalmar-Mackey, representing Exuma. Lane 2, B. Johnson, Columbus Isles. Lane 3, M. Sastry, Exuma. Lane 4, M. Patton, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, R. Lundy, New Providence. Lane 6, M. Fox, Eleuthera. Lane 7, T. Adderley, New Providence. Lane 8, K. Aubrey, Long Island. And swimming out of lane 9, L. City, Grand Bahama. That's coming up next in the pool in Heat 2 of the girls 15 and over, 200-meter iron.
Heat 2 of the girls 15 and over 200-meter IM off to a good start with this butterfly. Already on the second leg of this, the backstroke leg. Lane 5, out in front, Rachel Lundy representing New Providence. But Mia Patton of Grand Bahama making her move now in this backstroke. Mia Patton of lane 4 there, Grand Bahama making her move into this breaststroke leg, but Rachel Lundy of New Providence not far behind. And the beauty of the IM event is that, you know, some swimmers are stronger in one stroke than the other. So where one swimmer might be out in the front way ahead in the butterfly because they're stronger, you know, they have to try to hang in there for the backstroke and the breaststroke legs. You know, another swimmer may be stronger in those two strokes and can gain and take them over there. So it's always interesting to watch because there's a lot of changing of places in these races because of the various talents in the different strokes and the various strengths, I should say, in the different strokes. So right now, turning into that final leg into first place is Mia Patton of Grand Bahama.
Heading into the last 50 meters, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the girls.
But Rachel Lundy from New Providence is right there with the freestyle, and we can have a look out there in the outside lane. Lane 9, Layla Sadai of Grand Bahama as well.
Tripping out of lane 1, E. Gibson, Grand Bahama. Lane 2, C. Darwell, Columbus Isles. Lane 3, T. Ferguson, New Providence. Lane 4, M. Johnson, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, E. Thompson III, New Providence. Lane 6,
Mia Patton was able to keep that lead from Grand Bahama, and then in second place, Rachel Lundy of New Providence. Third place, Layla Sadai of Grand Bahama, out in lane 9. And we're on to our final heat of the 200-meter IM event. The boys 15 and over getting ready to get up on the blocks here. Just showing us again those results. Timers and officials testing out the equipment there, getting the guys ready for the 15 to 17 200-meter IM, and they're up on the blocks. A full heat here, so this should be an exciting event. And just watch that screen, right? As the strokes change, you'll see the difference in the placing here. We'll see the strongest of the butterflies out in the front.
The time final. The one and only heat of boys 15 and over, 200-meter IM. Immediately following this race, we will have the medal presentations of our medley relays from last night. Please, all coaches and athletes, please be prepared for the start of the medal presentation immediately following this race.
And watch the positions changing here a little bit as we switch over into this backstroke.
Taking the silver, representing Team Grand Bahama,
Keeping a strong lead here, Marvin Johnson out in lane 4, representing Grand Bahama. Seems to have a comfortable lead here on this breaststroke leg, but take a look at lane 6. Joshua Murray, representing Andros, seems to be gaining on him in this breaststroke leg. So it'll all come down to the beauty of this turn here, who nails this turn and who has the stronger freestyle. But Marvin looking fairly comfortable into this last lap. Wrapping up the 200-meter individual medley event there. The 15 and over boys just finished that race. And officials are preparing now to head over to the podium for the medal presentation. They're presenting the awards from last night's relay. As you see the teams gathering there in their uniforms, getting ready to get their medal as they wait for the final swimmer to come in for the boys' 200-meter IM. So Grand Bahama takes 1 and 2 in that event. Third place, lane 6 of Andros. So as we get ready for this medal presentation, I'm just going to give you an update on the point standing through event 43. So that would have been through the events that we had last evening up until that freestyle relay. These points do not include the 200-meter IM that you just saw just now, so we'll have an update later on. But I'll just give you an idea. So Team Abaco in 9th place with 11 points. Team Eleuthera in 8th place with 49 points. Team Michael in 7th place with 121 points. Exuma and Ragged Island in 6th place with 157 points. Team Long Island in 5th place with 228 points. A tie for third here between Andros and Columbus Isles with 299 points. Team New Providence in second place with 496 points. And Team Grand Bahama keeping that lead from yesterday with 568 points. I don't see that changing too much after that first event because Grand Bahama saw a lot of medals. We'll turn our attention to the podium now and we'll watch these excited relay teams get their medals. This is always fun and everyone seems to be dressed in their island uniforms. This is the 4x100 medley relay from last night awards presentation. So this is my favorite part of Bahamas Games, all of the exciting uniforms from the different islands.
Grand Bahama, J. Knowles, K. Seymour, S. Rowe, and
Look
L.
at those
Hamilton.
smiles. Look at the smiles.
Taking the gold, representing Team New Providence, I. Monroe, C. Taylor, T. Nichols, and S. Donaldson. Congratulations, Team New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Columbus Isles, our top three finishers in the girls' 9, 10, 100-meter medley relay. In the boys' 9, 10, 100-meter medley relay. Taking the bronze, representing Team Exuma and Ragged Island, K. Bastian, S. Monroe, S. Roll, and T. Davis. Taking the silver, representing Team New Providence, A. Dean, A. Bastian, B. Thompson, and T. Turner. And taking the gold in the boys' 9, 10, 100-meter medley relay, Team Grand Bahama, D. Cooper, L. Camacho, D. Russell, and N. Knowles. Next up is our medal presentation for the girls 11, 12, 4x100-meter medley relay. Taking the bronze, representing Team Long Island, N. Belton, G. Albury, S. Gibson, and M. Fox. Taking the silver, representing Team New Providence, T. Seymour, N. Pratt, M. Julian, and D. McKenzie. Taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, S. Smith, K. Saunders, I. Cucurulo, and A. Allen. Next up is the medal presentation for the boys 11-12 4x100 meter medley relay. Taking the bronze representing Columbus Isles, A. Moore, D. Singh, C. Joseph, and L. Simmons. Taking the silver medal representing Team New Providence, T. Russell, Z. Lightburn, T. Pratt, and B. Robinson. Taking the gold representing Team Grand Bahama, H. Simmons, B. Camacho, K. Williams, and M. Roll. Next up, the medal presentation for the girls 13-14 4x100 meter medley relay. Taking the bronze representing Team New Providence, T. Pratt, T. George, G. Sands, and A. Ramming. Taking the silver medal representing Team Andres, G. Solidice, M. Gilbert, A. Murray, and W. Cooper. Capturing the gold, Team Grand Bahama, S. McKinney, P. Daniel, Z. Williamson, A. Smith. These are our top three finishers in the girls 13-14 4x100 meter medley relay. In the boys 13-14 4x1 medley relay, taking the bronze representing Columbus Isles, D. Simmons, A. Rollins, K. Johnson, and T. Miller. Taking the silver representing Team New Providence, D. Saunders, D. Butler, S. Knowles, and M. Menzies. Taking the gold in the boys 13-14 4x100 meter medley relay, Team Grand Bahama, L. Hamilton, T. Hepburn, C. Adams, and N. Knowles. the girls 15 and over 4 by 100 meter medley relay. Taking the bronze, representing Team Long Island, K. Aubrey, M. Major, K. Moss, and M. Major. Taking the silver medal, Team Exuma and Ragged Island, M. Sastry, L. Bridgewater, S. Culmer Mackey, and P. Styles. Taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, D. Higgs, L. Sadi, M. Patton, and S. Norville Smith. Next up is the boys 15 and over 4 by 100 meter medley relay. Taking the bronze, representing Team Long Island, N. Forbes, C. Wells, A. Clark, and C. Ferguson. Taking the silver medal, representing Team Andrus, or R. Williams, J. Murray, M. Sims, and M. Bartlett. And taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, E. Gibson, M. Johnson, A. Johnson, and R. Ferguson. Next up will be the medal presentations of the 200 meter IMs, starting with the girls 9-10. Our medals will be presented by Senator Michaela Barnett Ellis. Taking bronze in the girls 9 and 10 200 meter IM, Samaya Roll representing Team Grand Bahama. Taking the silver, representing Team New Providence, Scarlett Donaldson. And taking the gold, representing Team New Providence, Isabella Monroe. In the boys 9-10 200 meter IM, Taking the bronze medal, representing Columbus Isles, Kriston Rowe. Capturing the silver medal, representing Team New Providence, Blair Thompson. And taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, Logan Camacho. In the girls 11-12 200-meter IM, taking the bronze from Team New Providence, Dee McKenzie. Capturing the silver medal, representing Team Grand Bahama, Skylar Smith. And taking the gold, representing Team Columbus Isles, Sian Isaacs. In the boys 11-12 200-meter IM, taking the bronze, representing Team Columbus Isles, Kriston Joseph. Taking the silver medal, representing Team New Providence, Trace Russell. Representing Team Columbus Isles, taking the gold medal, David Singh. In the girls 13-14 200-meter IM, taking the bronze, representing Team New Providence, Trinity Pratt. Capturing the silver medal, representing Team Andres, Madison Gilbert. And taking the gold, also representing Team Andres, Alana Murray. In the boys 13-14 200-meter IM, taking the bronze medal, representing Team Long Island, Michael Fox. Representing Team New Providence, taking the silver, Donald Saunders. Taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, Tristan Hepburn. In the girls 15 and over, 200-meter IM, representing Team Grand Bahama, Layla Sadi. Taking the silver medal, representing Team New Providence, Rachel Lundy. And taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, Mia Patton. And in the boys 15 and over 200 meter IM, taking the bronze representing Team Andres, Joshua Murray. Taking the silver medal, representing Team Grand Bahama, Ellie Gibson. And taking the gold, representing Team Grand Bahama, Marvin Johnson. All of our 50-meter freestyle athletes, all athletes participating in the 50-meter freestyle at this time, you should have already checked in. We say thank you to Senator Michael Barnett Ellis, our medal presenter.
You're watching us live here at the Betty Kelly Canning Aquatic Center for the 2023 Bahamas Games swimming competition, and we're getting ready for a really exciting part of the morning, the 50-meter freestyles. We just saw the 200-meter IMs, and they just gave the awards for the medley relay from last night and the 200 IMs from this morning, but we're getting ready for some fast competition, the 50 freestyle. So officials are now setting up this end of the pool for those one-lap sprints, and we'll have 9 and 10 girls up first. Now, just to give you an update of the standings after last night events, we haven't gotten the updated points yet after those 200-meter IMs, so just to note here that these could change, but we have in 9th place Abaco, 8th place Eleuthera, 7th place Michael, 6th place, Exuma and Ragged Island. Long Island is in 5th place. And tied for 3rd, Andros and Columbus Isles. New Providence is in 2nd place. And Team Grand Bahama keeping that lead from last night right now. And those points are through event 43. That was last night's medley relay event. We've had since then the 200-meter IM this morning. So those points could have changed a little bit. And now we're getting ready for the 50-meter freestyle. Now, earlier on in the broadcast, we had the president of the Bahamas Aquatic Federation here, Algernon Cargill, talking about how this is a unique competition for the Federation. They're used to having meets, but this one is a little different, having the swimmers representing different islands. Now, you could choose to swim for New Providence or Grand Bahama and Abaco. Those islands have swim clubs, or you could swim for another island where your parents or grandparents are from. And we're happy to see that a lot of swimmers chose to do that. So we're getting ready now. They are getting those 9 and 10 girls up for this 50-meter freestyle. So we'll kick it over to the pool to get ready for some fast swimming action. The officials testing the sound system there. Remember, I said they had to move that from the other end of the pool. So they're just making sure they're all set. Getting ready now. 50-meter freestyle, one length of the pool. A fast sprint here.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, next up in the pool.
And as we go through here, you'll get to see the different techniques.
Beginning with E2.
You know, some of the top swimmers do the whole length without breathing. Others have a very strategic point in the pool where they breathe. They will just take one breath, and they know exactly where that breath is going to be taken every time. So just watch as we get into those 15 and over races and see if you could spot anything there. We had a successful first evening last night. The Federation is bragging about how they've started both sessions on time as they manage this first Bahamas Games swimming competition in 22 years. 10 teams representing the various Bahamas islands. And with some fun names here, we have Andros Chickcharnies, Bimini and Berry Islands, Marlins, Columbus Isles, Arawaks, and Columbus Isles consists of Cat Island, Rumkey, and El Salvador. Grand Bahama, they are the Lucayans. Long Island Sheep Runners, and Michael Flamingos. Michael, of course, is Mayagüana, Inagua, Crooked Island, Acklands, and Long Key. The Abaco Survivors are here, and the New Providence Buccaneers, along with the Eleuthera Adventurers, Exuma and Raglan Ireland, they are calling themselves the Navigators. So lots of fun team names here, and we've seen some cool uniforms. And like I keep saying, that used to be my favorite part of Bahamas games because you get this new and cool uniform. My Long Island Sheep Runners uniform for 22 years ago was a nice light powder blue. I wish I could still fit it now. It was quite cool. But the kids here, like the president of the federation saying, having a great time here, enjoying competing against colleagues that they usually don't compete against because they're on the same teams. And of course, there is some pride in representing the island of your heritage. So representing your grandmother's island or your grandfather's island or the island where your father was born. Something special about that as well. And of course, this Bahamas Games has returned as part of the 50th anniversary of independence celebrations. And it's wonderful that all of these athletes from the other islands of the Bahamas will be here during this special time of celebration, and hopefully they'll get a chance to go out and attend some of these events that we have to commemorate this milestone. Officials still getting ready for this 50 freestyle here, and you can see that beautiful shot of the pool here, 50-meter 10-lane pool at the Betty Kelly Kenning Aquatic Center. And fun fact, this is the first and only 50-meter pool in the Bahamas. This came about in 2001. I remember it well. They had an exciting opening ceremony for this pool, and they had the first swim meet there. Very, very exciting times for us. Of course, swimmers would have experiences swimming in the 50-meter pool when we traveled to international competition, but we only had access to train in 25-meter pools before then. And so this was a game changer for Bahamian swimmers, having access to our own 50-meter pool. So when we went to competition, we were ready, because it is quite a difference between competing in a 25-meter pool and a 50-meter pool. Right? You don't have the benefit of that flip turn to rest a little bit at the 25 meters. So a little more endurance, a little different strategy involved in competing in a 50-meter pool. And we have our very own beautiful 50-meter pool here in the capital at the Betty Kelly Kenning Aquatic Center. And then you see right behind there that warm-up and warm-down 25-meter pool. Swimmers are in there getting ready for the 50s. Just to give you an idea of what else you can expect from this morning's competition, we saw the 200-meter individual medley already, and we're getting ready now for the 50-meter freestyle. And then after that, 100-meter breaststroke. Then we're back to the 50s, back down to this end of the pool for the 50-meter butterfly events. Oh, and the butterflyers are going right into a longer event. Interesting that they have these two together after the 50-meter butterfly. We're right into the 200-meter butterfly events. But we only have 11 and 12, 13 and 14 and 15 and over age groups for that event. The 9 and 10s will not be participating in the 200-meter butterflies. And then we end the morning session, the afternoon session, with the 4 by 100-meter freestyle relays. That's going to get the crowd loud and excited, as we always see with the relays. And that just means that each athlete, so 4 athletes on a relay team, and each swimmer will swim 2 laps of the pool. That's 100 meters each of freestyle. A lot of exciting events coming up, and after each event, there will be the award ceremonies. So while they get ready for the 50 meters, we're going to take a quick break, but stay with us here at Rev, where we'll be bringing you live swimming action at the Bahamas Games swimming competition. We'll be right back with more.
We welcome you to Bahama Handprints. Since 1966, we've been designing and manufacturing one-of-a-kind fabric. Every yard is printed by hand, and every garment and accessory crafted with expert care. Meet Les, our head printer for over 30 years. Les delicately prints each swath of fabric in our Harbor Bay factory, a skill he has mastered over decades, a true labor of love. Our islands inspire the vibrant colors and tropical motifs synonymous with Bahama handprints. Our team of artisans passionately creates an array of apparel and accessories for women, men, and children. A visual feast, designed and made locally. Visit our factory store in Harbor Bay today to see it unfold before your very eyes, or visit one of our 2 boutiques located in Sandyport, Nassau, or Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera. Bahama Handprints, boldly Bahamian.
Inspections by the MVTS are to begin January 2024 on all commercial vehicles. Drivers will need to ensure that their trucks meet safety standards. Inspection areas include lights, horns, brakes, hydraulic systems. All trailers must be inspected on the same timeline, must have proper brakes, locking systems, and is roadworthy. Contact us at 601-0629 for further details and appointments.
Blue Lagoon Island is an amazing private island day away that's fun for all ages. Choose your speed. Swim in the calm lagoon. Conquer the inflatable aqua park. Tour the island via Segway or relax in a hammock under a swaying palm tree. Visit our dolphins, sea lions, stingrays, and sharks for an encounter of a lifetime. There's just so much to see and do on beautiful Blue Lagoon Island. Call 363-1003 to book your spot today.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Lowe's means a lot to me. Seeing my customers smile brightens my day. Family is important to me. I love spending quality time with my grandchildren. I'm happy to celebrate 70 years with Lowe's. My name is Constance Penn. I've been working with Lowe's for 48 years. I hope and trust that they have another 70 years to come.
KTH Physiotherapy has a professional team of therapists that stay up to date with the latest methods in orthopedic rehabilitation. Our clinical staff is praised in helping in the recovery of sports injuries, including neck, back, knees, and shoulders, just to name a few. We provide high-quality service in a warm, friendly environment. Insurance is accepted with a doctor's referral. Get back on track with KTH Physiotherapy. Located East Bay Shopping Center, opposite Potter's Key, 394-5161.
Catch Janae's annual 20% off back-to-school sale going on this week only. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, 20% off all school items. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts in a variety of colors, colorful backpacks and lunch bags, character towels, raincoats, and umbrellas. Shop early and don't miss out on this. Janae's Chesapeake Road's annual 20% off back-to-school sale going on this week only. Beat the rush and save. Janae's 20% off annual back-to-school sale going on now. Restrictions apply.
Inspections by the MVTS are to begin January 2024 on all commercial vehicles. Drivers will need to ensure that their trucks meet safety standards. Inspection areas include lights, horns, brakes, hydraulic systems. All trailers must be inspected on the same timeline, must have proper brakes, locking systems, and is roadworthy. Contact us at 601-0629 for further details and appointments.
Catch Janae's annual 20% off back-to-school sale going on this week only. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, 20% off all school items. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts in a variety of colors, colorful backpacks and lunch bags, character towels, raincoats, and umbrellas. Shop early and don't miss out on this. Janae's Chesapeake Road's annual 20% off back-to-school sale going on this week only. Beat the rush and save. Janae's 20% off annual back-to-school sale going on now. Restrictions apply.
Live from Margaritaville, join us for an unforgettable week of our news. From July 3rd to 7th, on the road to independence. Our news will broadcast live at 7 and 7:30, delivering you the latest news.
Welcome back to the Betty Kelly Kenning Aquatic Center for the Bahamas Games swim competition. We're right back in time for the girls 9 and 10 50-meter freestyle. Let's get straight to the pool.
Grant, Hepburn, Hamilton, Sims, Donaldson, Dean, Nichols, Rose, Ferguson, Adley. This is heat 2 of the girls 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Next, up in the pool, will be a combined heat of heat 1 of the boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle and heat 1 of the girls 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10 for the girls 9, 10 will be Star Seymour of Exuma and Ragged Island. Lane 2, R. Nixon, Long Island. Lane 3, A. Knowles, Exuma. Lane 4, C. Wells, Long Island. Lane 5, L. Astwood, New Providence. Lane 6, B. Cooper, Andres. And lane 7, T. Archer, Eleuthera. Lane 8, O. McKinsey, Columbus.
We're going to run really quickly through these 50, so don't blink. Just one length of the pool, full-out sprint. We're on to the boys 9 and 10, and this is a combined heat. So just one heat of this now. Boys 9 and 10 50-meter freestyle. Getting up on the blocks now.
Hey, Grandma.
And they're all again. This is a combined heat of the girls. Heat 1 of the girls 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle and heat 1 of the boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Next up in the pool will be heat 2 of the boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10, representing Andres, Steve Murray. Lane 1, B. Richards, Abaco. Lane 2, L. Menzies, Micah. Lane 3, B. Thompson, New Providence. Lane 4, A. Dean, New Providence. Lane 5, N. Knowles, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, B. Russell, Grand Bahama. Lane 7, K. Bastian, Exuma. Lane 8, F. Menzies, Micah. Lane 9, B. Duncan, Columbus.
Sorry, that was not a combined heat, so this is heat 2 of the boys 9 and 10 50-meter freestyle.
And there are the heat 2 of the boys 9 and 10 50-meter freestyle. Next up in the pool will be the girls 11 12 50-meter freestyle, heat 1. Swimming out of lane 2, Cape Poitier, Luthra. Lane 3, El Bodie, Columbus Isles. Lane 4, M. Boulogne, Bimini. Lane 5, N. Belton, Long Island. Lane 6, N. Douglas, Columbus Isles. Lane 7, I. McKinsey, Exuma. Lane 8, A. Johnson, Eleuthera. And lane 9, L. Daxon, Micah. That's coming up next in the pool in the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle, heat 1. Lane 1, A. Davis, Andres. Lane 2, T. Knowles, New Providence. Lane 3, L. Hamilton, Andres. Lane 4, M. Julian, New Providence. Lane 5, S. Gibson, Long Island. Lane 6, D. McKinsey, New Providence. Lane 7, M. Baycock, Exuma. Lane 8, A. Allen, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 9 will be C. Nelson, Grand Bahama. That's next up in heat 2 of the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle.
These heats will go very quickly. We're already on heat 2 of the girls 11 and 12 50-meter freestyle.
Freestyle 11-12. Next up in the pool will be heat 1 of the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 2, T. Knowles, Eleuthera. Lane 3, Ann Cartwright, Long Island. Lane 4, M. Davis, Long Island. Lane 5, A. Roberts, Abaco. Lane 6, S. Norval Smith, Exuma. Lane 7, B. Sweeting, Long Island. And swimming out of lane 8 will be D. Flowers of Exuma. That's next up in the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle, heat 1. And they're off in heat 1 of the 11-12 boys 50-meter freestyle. Next up in heat 2, swimming out of lane 10, C. Brown, Michael. Lane 1, A. Delaveau, Michael. Lane 2, M. Roll, Grand Bahama. Lane 3, W. Cartwright, Andres. Lane 4, A. Murray, Andres. Lane 5, C. Joseph, Columbus. Lane 6, T. Russell, New Providence. Lane 7, H. Simmons, Grand Bahama. Lane 8, B. Robinson, New Providence. And swimming out of lane 9, L. Simmons, Columbus. This is heat 2 of the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle. And they are off. Next up in the pool will be the girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle heat 1. Swimming out of lane 2, Z. Pickstock, Columbus. Lane 3, V. Theophilus, Eleuthera. Lane 4, P. Smith, Eleuthera. Lane 5, W. Cooper, Andres. Lane 6, G. Solidice, Andres. Lane 7, D. Cornish, Abaco. And swimming out of lane 8, A. Roberts, Eleuthera. That's next up in the pool in heat 1 of the girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle. the girls 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10 in the next heat, K. Sylvan, Exuma. Lane 1, Z. Pickstock, Columbus. Lane 2, I. Lewis, Long Island. Lane 3, Q. Bain, Abaco. Lane 4, T. Pratt, New Providence. Lane 5, Z. Williamson, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, A. Smith, Grand Bahama. Lane 7, T. George, New Providence. Lane 8, I. Carter, Exuma. And swimming out of lane 9 will be J. Knowles, Team Long Island. And they're on this C2 of the girls 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Next up will be the boys 13-14, 50-meter freestyle heat 1. Swimming out of lane 3, L. Ellis, Abaco. Lane 4, M. Saunders, Exuma. Lane 5, B. Seymour, Long Island. Lane 6, J. Chitlani Pickstock, Andres. Lane 7, J. Bienemy, Micah. And swimming out of lane 8, T. Knowles, Eleuthera. That's next up in heat 1 of the boys 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Next up will be heat 2 of the boys 13-14, 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10, T.M. Brista, Andres. Lane 1, A. Rollins, Columbus. Lane 2, N. Carey, Eleuthera. Lane 3, M. Fox, Long Island. Lane 4, T. Hepburn, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, D. Saunders, New Providence. Lane 6, N. Saunders, Exuma. Lane 7, L. Hamilton, Grand Bahama. Lane 8, M. Menzies, New Providence. And swimming out of lane 9 will be K. Johnson, Columbus Isles. That's next up in heat 2 of the boys 13-14 and 50-meter freestyle. We have the results of the girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle. Taking the bronze from New Providence, Trinity Pratt. From Grand Bahama, taking the silver, Adiah Smith. And taking the gold from Grand Bahama, Zoe Williamson. Next up in the pool will be heat 1 of the girls 15 and over 50-meter freestyle. In lane 2, representing Bimini, A. Trotman. In lane 3, representing Columbus, K. Thompson. Lane 4, representing Eleuthera, M. Fox. Lane 5, representing Eleuthera, A. Maziewicz. Lane 6, Michael, K. Williams. Lane 7, Long Island, M. Major. And lane 8, Abaco, M. Horton. Next up in the pool will be 2 of the girls 15 and over 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10, Z. Watson, Grand Bahama. Lane 1, S. Singh, Columbus Isles. Lane 2, T. Adley, New Providence. Lane 3, L. Bridgewater, Exuma. Lane 4, R. Lundy, New Providence. Lane 5, A. Weish, Bimini. Lane 6, K. Moss, Long Island. Lane 8, D. Higgs, Grand Bahama. And lane 9, M. Sastry, Exuma. Next up will be boys 15 and over 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of heat 1, lane 2, Exuma and Ragged Island, R. Evans. Long Island, A. Clark. Lane 3, lane 4, C. Carter, Eleuthera. Lane 5, T. Adley, Abaco. Lane 6, O. Smith, Exuma. Lane 7, R. Jolly, New Providence. Lane 8, A. Johnson, Columbus. And swimming out of lane 9, T. Miller, Columbus. boys 15 and over 50-meter freestyle. Swimming out of lane 10, L. Brooks, Michael. Lane 1, E. Cooper, Eluzera. Lane 2, M. Sims, Anders. Lane 3, J. Murray, Anders. Lane 4, C. Ferguson, Long Island. Lane 5, M. Johnson, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, T. Ferguson, New Providence. Lane 7, R. Ferguson, Grand Bahama. Lane 8, J. Thompson, Abaco. And lane 9, E. Thompson III, New Providence. Immediately following this race, we'll have the medal presentations of the 50-meter freestyle, with results of the girls 11-12 50-meter freestyle. Taking the bronze, Madison Julian, New Providence. Taking the silver, Dean McKenzie, New Providence. And taking the gold, Long Island, Celeste Gibson. The result of the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle. Taking the bronze, Trace Russell, New Providence. The silver, Harold Simmons, Grand Bahama. And taking the gold in the boys 11-12 50-meter freestyle, Columbus Isles, Kriston Joseph. In the girls 13-14 50-meter freestyle, taking the bronze, Trinity Pratt, New Providence. Silver, Adiah Smith, Grand Bahama. And taking the gold, Zoe Williamson, Grand Bahama. We ask that all athletes, our top 3 finishers in the 50-meter freestyle, please prepare yourself for the medal presentation.
We just wrapped an exciting 50-meter freestyle here at the Betty Kelly Kenning Aquatic Center for the Bahamas Games swimming competition. An exciting day 2 so far, and we're so excited to bring you Bahamas Games, the first in more than 20 years. Joining me on the set now, I have Georgette Albury. She is the General Secretary of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation. Georgette, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I'll start with the question that I'm going to ask everybody. How do you feel about the return of Bahamas Games?
It's exciting because in my memory, this is my first game as far as I can remember. And to be involved at the level that I am involved, it's very exciting to see kids represent islands that whether their grandparents or their parents would have come from. So it's been an exciting few weeks. Yes.
Yeah, so as I've been talking, I've been telling those watching us that the majority of these kids weren't even born when we had the last Bahamas Games. And I participated in the last Bahamas Games, so I'm aging myself here, but that was always so exciting because you get to have a different experience,
yes.
right? You're used to competing for your club teams, for the country, for your school, but this now you have new teammates that you may never swim with on relays. You're swimming against teammates who are usually on your team. And, you know, Mr. Cargill talked about the smiles on the kids' faces. They're having a good time.
They are. They certainly are having a great time.
Now, talk a little bit about, he talked about how, yes, you run swim meets all the time, but this is a little different, right? And how has that been for you guys as a federation to come together to put on the Bahamas Games?
It was different, definitely different. It's similar but different. So it's similar because it's the same routine that we would do, but in the background there are some differences, right? So especially from the technical side, there are a lot of, because normally the coaches would send their entries into the federation and it's just one upload. So my husband, Kendrick Albury, would have been the person who would upload all of these files into our database, into this master database, right? But this time they had to send in manual entries and he had to manually input. So there was many nights of manually adding these swimmers by island because, the database would have them either by country or by their local club. So that part of it, the technical part of it, was a little bit more tedious. But other than that, it has run. It has been executed well.
Yeah. So last night, it started on time. Everything went smoothly. We're seeing the same thing this afternoon. Now started on time this morning, and I noticed some things that you all are doing as well to make it run a little smoothly. After the IMs, for example, when the heat is finished, they stay in the water for the next heat to start.
Yes.
So it looks like, it's just the same all for you guys executing a meet.
Yes.
Now, anybody that we should be watching here over the remainder of the day and for the final day of competition tomorrow?
Well, we know the top contenders, right? So there are the Marvin Johnsons, the Nigel Forbes, the Celeste Gibsons, you know. So you know the ones, the swimmers who came in with fast times. They are continuing to swim fast during this meet, and I think all of them are just having a good time and performing well.
Yeah, I think everyone's just, you know, they're so excited. And I always say my favorite part of it is the uniforms. And I was talking a little bit about my Long Island Sheep Runners uniform from back in the day. You know, it's just really nice to have this. And hopefully we can see more of the Bahamas Games. Of course, this one was, the return was for the 50th anniversary of our independence.
Yes.
And just talk a little bit, you know, we don't have to necessarily talk swimming here. What are you most looking forward to over this weekend of celebrations?
It's exciting for us to celebrate 50 years. I'm happy that the kids are able to partake in the celebrations at the Bahamas Games, right? So they're going to be at the opening this evening. I'm excited. All of the events that are lined up. Swimming will be done tomorrow, so it gives us a chance to go and see other disciplines. So I am looking forward to the entire experience, the entire weekend.
And I know swimming has evolved so much over 50 years. You neither I have been involved in it for that time.
No.
But what are you looking forward to for the evolution of swimming for the next 50 years?
I always say that I am new to swimming because I was not a swimmer. I was not a competitive swimmer, and I was thrusted into it with my girls. And in the last 10 years, I've seen an evolution. I've seen the introduction of having all of the technical equipment that we have, and I'd like to see more. I'd like to see a better complex. I'd like to see a better, just because I've also attended World Championships, short course, long course, CC cans, Cariftas, and I would like to see the Bahamas, as we continue to excel in the sport of swimming, to get to that level.
Yeah, and I talked a little bit on here too about what a big difference having our own 50-meter pool has done for the sport, because I am of the old generation where we trained in 25-meter pools and then went away to compete in the 50-meter pool. I was still competing when we got the 50-meter pool, and that made such a big difference. What I'd like to see is more, even if it's one more, maybe on Grand Bahama, maybe we put it on another island and we get to see swimmers from other islands, because here, Mr. Cargill and I talked about the majority of the islands represented here are children from New Providence who are representing their heritage islands, which is beautiful. But one day it would be nice to see a team from Andros where they are born and raised and training in Andros, for example. So that is my hope for the next 50 years, that we could really get swimming developed in some of the other islands. So we'll see how it goes. And to talk a little bit, the last time I heard about you in swimming is you becoming the first woman to be FINA certified for the open water swimming. And where are we going with the open water? I know we haven't seen any since COVID. What's next for open water?
In the upcoming season, we do plan to have, we plan to reintroduce the open water section discipline in the sport of aquatics. So that will give me an opportunity to serve, to actually practice what I've been taught, right? So that promises to be exciting as well.
All right, well, congratulations, and thanks for joining us here. We're going to kick it over to the awards podium for a little bit, but we'll be back to talk to you through this exciting second session of the Bahamas Games swimming competition. Georgette, thanks. It was a pleasure, and hopefully we'll see you again. Maybe we'll get you back on here tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
All coaches and athletes, please refrain from walking behind or in the front of the medal presentations during the presentations. Taking the girls' 9, 10, 50 meter freestyle bronze medal, Starlet Donaldson of New Providence. With the silver medal from Team Grand Bahama, Samaya Roll. And taking the gold representing New Providence, Tylen Nichols. Next up, the boys 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Taking the bronze from New Providence, Adrian Dean. Taking the silver medal from Team Grand Bahama, Dexter Russell. And taking the gold, also representing Team Grand Bahama, Natayo Knowles. Taking the girls 13, 14, 50-meter freestyle bronze medal, representing New Providence, Trinity Pratt. Capturing the silver medal, representing Grand Bahama, Adiah Smith. Taking the gold in the girls 13, 14, 50-meter freestyle, representing Grand Bahama, Zoe Williamson. Next, in the boys 13, 14, 50-meter freestyle, taking the bronze medal from Long Island, Michael Fox. Capturing the silver medal, representing Team Grand Bahama, Tristan Hepburn. And taking the gold, representing Team New Providence, Donald Saunders. In the girls 15 and over 50-meter freestyle, taking the bronze medal, representing Team Grand Bahama, Deidre Higgs. Capturing the silver medal, representing Team Long Island, Kiana Moss. And taking the gold, representing Team Bimini, Ariel Weish. All athletes participating in the 100-meter breaststroke, check in immediately. All athletes participating in the 100-meter breaststroke, check in immediately. And in the boys 15 and over 50-meter freestyle, taking the bronze, representing Team Andres, Joshua Murray. Taking the silver medal, representing Team Grand Bahama, Romel Ferguson. And taking the gold, representing Grand Bahama, Marvin Johnson. And our point standings following the 50-meter freestyle. In 10th position, Team Bimini with 9 points. In 9th position, Abaco, 19 points. In 8th position, Eleuthera, 59.5 points. In 7th place, Michael, 142.5 points. In 6th position, Exuma and Ragged Island, 198.5 points. In 5th position, Team Long Island, in 289 points. Tied for 3rd place, Team Andres and Team Columbus Isles with 379 points. In 2nd position, Team New Providence with 665 points, and leading the competition after the 50-meter freestyle, Team Grand Bahama, 764.5 points. We say thank you to Errol Thompson II, Treasurer of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation, for that medal presentation. Next up in the pool will be the girls 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. This is heat 1 of the girls 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 10, R. Roll, Columbus Isles. Lane 1, C. Taylor, New Providence. Lane 2, S. Seymour, Exuma. Lane 3, J. Knowles, Grand Bahama. Lane 4, G. Grant, Columbus. Lane 5, I. Monroe, New Providence. Lane 6, S. Donaldson, New Providence. Lane 7, K. Seymour, Grand Bahama. Lane 8, M. Sims, Andres. And swimming out of lane 9, F. Seymour, Exuma. You're watching, ladies and gentlemen, heat 1 of the girls 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. Coach of Team Columbus Isles. Coach of Team Columbus Isles, can you report to the announcer's booth? Coach of Team Columbus Isles, can you report to the technical booth? And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. This is the boys 9-10 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1. Swimming out of lane 4, T. Davis, Exuma. Lane 5, C. Wells, Long Island. Lane 6, D. Morris, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 7 is Team Andres, D. Murray. This is heat 1 of the boys 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. And they're off this C2 of the boys 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 10, that's A. Bastian, New Providence. Lane 1, K. Bastian, Exuma. Lane 2, K. Roll, Columbus Isles. Lane 4, B. Thompson, New Providence. Lane 5, L. Camacho, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, K. Murray, Andres. Lane 7, F. Menzies, Michael. Lane 8, L. Menzies, Michael. And swimming out of lane 9, I. Feast, Columbus Isles. For all of our inquiring minds who might be asking, what is Columbus Isles? These are the islands that were said.
Thanks so much for joining us here at the Betty Kelly Canning Aquatic Center National Swim Complex for the 2023 Bahamas Games swimming competition. We're bringing you action from swimming and from volleyball. So we're going to join the volleyball at the Kendall G.L. Isaacs gym here. Make sure you continue to watch swimming. We're moving on over to Cable Bahamas channel 243. So once volleyball starts here, we will be on channel 243 with live swimming action from the Betty Kelly Canning National Swim Complex for this Bahamas Games.
Next up in the pool will be the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1. Swimming out of lane 3, A. Seymour, Columbus. Lane 4, G. Moxie, Bimini. Lane 5, G. Albury, Long Island. Lane 6, K. Ellis, Eleuthera. Lane 7, A. Evans, Exuma. And swimming out of lane 8, L. Daxon, Micah. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. This is again the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1. Following the boys 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke, we will have our medal presentations. All athletes, please prepare yourselves. In the girls 9-10 100-meter breaststroke, our top 3 finishers representing Columbus Isles: Renaya Rowe, representing New Providence with the silver medal, Scarlett Donaldson. And representing New Providence, taking the gold, Isabella Monroe. That's the results of the girls 9-10 100-meter breaststroke. In the boys 9-10 100-meter breaststroke, taking the bronze, representing Andres, Kyle Murray. From New Providence, taking the silver, Asha Bastian. And taking the gold from Grand Bahama, Logan Camacho. All swimmers, please prepare yourselves for the 100-meter breaststroke medal presentations immediately following the boys 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke. Next in the pool in Heat 2 of the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 10, L. Chase, Exuma. Lane 1, J. Mackey, Eleuthera. Lane 2, J. Roll, Andres. Lane 3, N. Pratt, New Providence. Lane 4, I. Cucurulo, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, K. Saunders, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, S. Donaldson, Micah. Lane 7, 8. Davis, Andres. Lane 8, T. Knowles, New Providence. And lane 9, A. Curry, Exuma. Athletes are reminded to remain in the pool for over-the-top starts.
Breaststroke underway in the pool here at the Bahamas Games swimming competition day 2. We're in the second heat of the girls 11 and 12 100-meter breaststroke.
Coming in the last 50 meters, this is heat 2 of the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Next up in the pool would be heat 1 of the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 4, Kate Williams, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, Jay Johnson, Columbus Isles. Lane 6, P. Smith, Eleuthera. And swimming out of lane 7, D. Flowers, Exuma. That's coming up next in the pool in the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1. Athletes, you are reminded to remain in the pool for over-the-top starts.
Getting ready to start the boys 11 and 12 now, and then after these 100 breaststrokes we'll have an awards presentation, and then it's back to this end of the pool for the 50s. But right now, boys 11-12 heat 1, just diving in for the 100-meter breaststroke. Just a reminder, all events are time finals, so even if you see 2 heats here, they're not moving on to swim this again. It's the top 3 times that will get them on that awards podium. So it's up to all of the swimmers in heat 1 to swim as fast as they can and hope that their times get them on that podium. That they have one of the top 3 fastest times to take some hardware home from the Bahamas Games. Breaststroke, 2 laps of this 50-meter pool.
Coming in the last 50 meters of the 100-meter breaststroke. This is heat 1 of the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Next up in the pool will be heat 2 of the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 10, N. Cartwright, Long Island. Lane 1, A. Roberts, Abaco. Lane 2, W. Cartwright, Andres. Lane 3, T. Ambrista, Andres. Lane 4, M. Cartwright, Long Island. Lane 5, T. Russell, New Providence. Lane 6, A. Delabo, Micah. Lane 7, Z. Lightburn, New Providence. Lane 8, B. Van Kenneth, Eleuthera. Lane 9, K. Ferguson, Micah. That's your lineup in heat 2 of the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke.
We're going to join now the volleyball at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym, but we'll still bring you all the live swimming action on Cable Bahamas Channel 243. So we'll see you there at Channel 243 for the Swimming Bahamas Games competition. We head on now to volleyball at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym.
And the results of the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Taking the bronze from Grand Bahama, Isabella Cucurulo. Taking the silver from Micah, Samira Donaldson. And taking the gold in the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke, Team Grand Bahamas, Kamaya Saunders. Athletes, you are reminded to prepare yourselves. The medal presentations for the 100-meter breaststroke will be immediately after the boys 50 and over, 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the completion of the boys, Heat 2 of the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. Next up in the pool is Heat 1 of the girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 10, S. Mortimer, Long Island. Lane 1, I. Carter, Exuma. Lane 2, Case Sylvan, Exuma. Lane 3, T. George, New Providence. Lane 4, P. Daniel, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, A. Murray, Andres. Lane 6, M. Gilbert, Andres. Lane 7, S. Barnes, Columbus. Lane 8, Q. Bain, Columbus. And Lane 9, Q. Bain, Abaco.
Girls 13 and 14 100-meter breaststroke in the pool now. Only one heat of the girls. So the top 3 in this event will be on the medal podium right after this. Tight race here in this final 50 meters of this 100-meter breaststroke race. They are fighting to the finish to see who's going to get into that wall first. Lane 5's Alana Murray representing Andros out in front. Just
Next
on her
up,
heels, Madison Gilbert, also of Andros.
Of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke.
Good points for Andros here. 1-2 in the girls 13 and 14 100-meter.
Lane 5, D. Butler, New Providence. Lane 6, B. Seymour, Long Island. And lane 7, C. Smith, Exuma. That's next up in Heat 1 of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. And they're off this Heat 1 of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke.
At this year's games, there are 10 teams representing the various Bahama Islands. And we have an update on the standings after that 50-meter freestyle event this morning. So I'll just run through those again. In 10th place is Team Bimini with 9 points. Abaco is in 9th place with 19 points. Eleuthera in 8th place with 59.5 points. Michael in 7th with 142.5 points. Team Exuma and Ragged Island in 6th place with 198.5
Next up in the pool,
points.
two of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Lane 10, JB Enemy, Michael. Lane 1, S. Knowles, New Providence. Lane 2, Cape Burrows, Long Island. Lane 3, J. Chitlani, Pinkstock, Andres. Lane 4, R. McBroom, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, T. Hepburn, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, W. Farrington, Andres. Lane 7, K. Adderley, Eleuthera.
Team Long Island is in 5th place with 289 points. Andros with 379 points is tied with 3rd for Team Columbus Isles. Team New Providence in 2nd with 665 points and still in the lead.
This is heat 2 of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke.
Team Grand Bahama still in the lead there with 764.5 points. Strong showing for Team Grand Bahama at this Bahamas Games swimming competition. We've seen a lot of medals so far. Team Grand Bahama almost always on that podium during the award ceremonies.
Lane 2, A. Pratt, Columbus. Lane 3, D. Hayes, Grand Bahama. Lane 4, M. Fox, Eleuthera. Lane 5, J. Hepburn, Columbus. Lane 6, T. Adderley, New Providence. Lane 7, K. Williams, Michael. Lane 8, L. Sadi, Grand Bahama. And in lane 9, A. Trotman, Bimini. That's next up in heat 1 of the girls 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke. Results of the girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Taking the bronze from New Providence, Trinity George. Taking the silver from Andres, Madison Gilbert. And representing Team Andres taking the gold, Alana Murray. That's the results of the girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Next up in the pool will be the boys 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 4, J. Dean, Eleuthera. Lane 5, T. Fountain, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 6 in heat 1 of the boys 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke, P. Smith, Columbus Isles.
The 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke ladies heading into the finish
Results
now.
of the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. With the bronze, Will Farrington, Andres. Our silver medalist representing Columbus Isles, Dijon Simmons. And taking the gold from Team Grand Bahama, Tristan Hepburn.
Getting ready for the final event here of the 100-meter breaststroke. 15 and over boys. They're getting ready to step up on the blocks. 2 laps of the pool breaststroke and 100-meter breaststroke is a sprint. Fast into the wall and fast back home. one on the blocks of the boys 15 and over.
That's the start, ladies and gentlemen, of the boys 15 and over, 100 breaststroke. Heat 1. Next up in the pool will be Heat 2 of the boys 15 and over 100 meter breaststroke. Swimming out of lane 1, R. Evans Exuma. Lane 2, T. Adderley Abaco. Lane 3, J. Charles, New Providence. Lane 4, E. Thompson III, New Providence. Lane 5, M. Thompson, Michael. Lane 6, C. Wells, Long Island. Lane 7, M. Sims, Andres. Lane 8, M. Bartlett, Andres. And swimming out of lane 9, M. Johnson, Grand Bahama. That's next up in the pool in Heat 2 of the boys 15 and over, 100 meter breaststroke. And this is Heat 2 of the boys 15 and over 100 meter breaststroke. And results of the girls 15 and over 100 meter breaststroke. Taking the bronze from Eleuthera, Maria Fox. From New Providence, taking the silver medal, Tia Isabella Adderley. And taking the gold from Columbus Isles, Jamila Hepburn. That's the results of the girls 15 and over 100 meter breaststroke. Athletes, you are reminded that following this race, all of our top 3 finishers in all age groups in the 100 meter breaststroke, prepare yourselves for the medal presentation.
Meter breaststroke event. So the athletes will have to turn over quickly. You know, they would have gone right into that warm down pool. Try to cool off after that event and then quickly get dressed and head over to the podium.
We will now have the medal presentations for the 100 meter breaststroke. Medals will be presented by Errol Thompson II, the treasurer of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation. our girls 9, 10, 100 meter breaststroke, our bronze medalist from Columbus, Isles, Renaya Rule.
You're joining us live at the Betty Kelly Kenning Aquatic Center for the swimming competition of the 2023 Bahamas Games, and joining me is Coach Trevano McPhee. Trevano, 22 years since the last Bahamas Games. You and I competed in that, so I am showing our age a little bit. Talk about how you're feeling about the return of the Bahamas Games.
Yeah, this is excellent. I think this is long awaiting. 21 years is a very long time, but the government, pulled it off. And it's excellent to see the islands come together and compete. Really shows the character of each island. What the islands have to offer. So it's good. Some of these swimmers I see here, weren't born when we were swimming 21 years ago. So it's good to be a part of it. To coach them, and it's excellent.
And you're in a unique position because not only did you compete in the last Bahamas Games, and we were together on Long Island, we were the sheep runners, but you also have your parents of a swimmer in the Bahamas Games, and you're coaching the Bahamas Games, so you get to see this from all aspects of it. Talk a little bit about the preparation, right? Because this is, okay, yes, you coach swimming, you're used to that, but now you're coaching swimmers that you haven't coached before as the coach of New Providence. Talk about how the coaches are adjusting to having swimmers who they may never have coached before.
Yeah, it's all set on which island you want to swim at, obviously, right? So some of the best swimmers in the country are swimming for example, Abaco or Columbus, Alandra. So I think it's a little better than when we competed, where New Providence and Freeport really dominated. This year they were a little bit lax on the draft, and it allowed certain swimmers to to go to other islands. So the competition is great. My daughter is a part of this. She's in 9 and 10 age group, so it's very good to be a part of, to see her competing. And all of the 9 and overs. Hopefully next time we can bring the 8 and unders and give them a shot too. But excellent performances by everyone.
Yeah, so I know Mr. Cogler was here sitting with us, the president of the federation, and he was giving us a little idea of how people chose their islands. I know it's mostly heritage, so talk about what a swimmer born and raised in New Providence, how they got to choose their team.
Yeah, they went back a long way. I don't know exactly how they did it, but they went back. If you had a great-great-grandmother, great-great-grandfather, you were able to swim at the island. So the rules for the draft were very lax this year, as opposed to last time, which allowed, like I said, some of the top swimmers to represent their islands, that their grandmother, their great-grandmother, their great-uncle. So it's an excellent meet this year.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. And we were talking a little bit about how, unlike other sports, let's say track and field, for example, basketball, everybody has the ability to run or play those sports. Swimming is a little different, right? If you're not trained and skilled in that sport, you can't just say, hey, you come from Ragged Island and come down here to swim. So what are your thoughts in the next 50 years? We're getting ready to celebrate 50 years of independence this weekend. Where do you want to see swimming in the Bahamas go? Yeah,
swimming, I really would like to see it expand more on the islands, like you just said, right? We have a lot of swimmers that are not given that exposure that they need, right? The sport is a very, very, very timeful sport. They put a lot of time into the sport. So I think just giving the islands an exposure right now, I think only in Grand Bahama and New Providence and Abaco is looking to get back their program as well. So I think a little more exposure on that comes with the facilities. Obviously getting a 25-meter pool on some of these islands, even a 25-yard pool will really help in the school programs. So, find some of those hidden, athletes that we don't see right now in the swimming. So 50 years from now, I'd love to see more swimmers. Obviously, I think in 21 years ago, we had about 100 athletes competing. This games, we have 300 swimmers here.
Wow.
So it really shows how the sport has grown, and a lot more from different islands. So very excited to see it.
Now, you mentioned Abaco, and that I'm glad you did, because I was expecting a bigger showing from Abaco, knowing that they have a swim club.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
But Abaco, right. So after Dorian, a lot of the locals there had to leave, obviously. So a lot of the programs, the facilities, the pools, had to do a lot of maintenance, a lot of work to it. So now they're getting back into it. I spoke to Coach Sarah Knowles, who is in charge of the Abaco swim program up there, and she's excited. They're getting their pool together. So hopefully September start back the program in Abaco, and hopefully next Bahamas games we can see a lot more represented from Abaco.
Okay, now
Yeah.
I have to ask you, Chivano, I'm
Yeah.
not as into the swimming community as I was before, so I need you to get me one of the Sheep Runner shirts.
No problem.
So
I'll get you a
that's-
swim cap as well.
So
Yeah.
that is your mission.
I got
this
you.
Bahamas Games is to get me a Sheep Runners. Now, I don't know if you remember because I've already been on here bragging about my last Bahamas Games uniform, okay?
Yeah.
Our Sheep Runners was a light blue. We had a tracksuit, and I think it was one of the best we had there. So I just need you to back me up on the uniforms
So
we
it's
had.
still a light blue, still a white, beautiful colors. Sheep Runners, they have swim caps this year. I don't think we had swim
No,
caps.
we didn't have
but
swim
we
caps.
did have uniforms, so I will definitely get you one of those swim caps and a t-shirt.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you
Coach
for having
Giovanno
me.
McPhee. He's coaching New Providence now, so I'm a little salty about that. I was hoping to see him in that light blue, but doing a great job with the New Providence swimmers and also talking about the depth of talent across the island. So happy, Giovanno, to see that the swimmers did choose to swim for those heritage
Yes,
islands.
yes,
Yeah, so we'll
yes.
probably be seeing a lot more of you throughout this meet. Good luck for the rest of it. I
Thank you,
hope that
Nikhil.
Long Island gets a little closer to New Providence, but good job and good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Same here.
So we're going to go back to the awards stand while we finish up here, and we're getting ready for the 50-meter butterfly coming up soon. So Giovanno is going to go and get back to coaching those kids. And Giovanno was a great 50-meter butterfly swimmer, so I'm sure he's excited about this event coming up.
Girls 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke. Our bronze medalist representing Eleuthera, Maria Fox. Representing Team New Providence, our silver medalist, Tia Isabella Adderley. Representing Team Columbus Isles, our gold medalist, Jamila Hepburn. All athletes in the 50-meter butterfly, you should have been checked in by now. If you haven't, please check in immediately. All athletes in the 50-meter butterfly. Our next medal presentation in the boys 15 and over 100-meter breaststroke, our bronze medalist from Long Island, Caden Wells. Our silver medalist representing Team New Providence, Errol Thompson III. And our gold medalist representing Micah, Mark Anthony Thompson. Congratulations to all of our medalists in the 100-meter breaststroke, and thank you to Errol Thompson II, our medal presenter. Next up in the pool will be Heat 1 of the girls 9-10 50-meter butterfly.
and 10 getting ready for the girls' 9 and 10 50-meter butterfly here at the Betty Kelly Canning Aquatic Center. Day 2 of the 2023 Bahamas Games swimming competition. A beautiful afternoon here, a great day for swimming, and we've seen some exciting swims so far, and it's going to get even more exciting. You know, the 50s are always an exciting event because it's just one lap of the pool sprint. So we saw the 200 individual medley this morning, then the 50 freestyle. Then we went on to the 100-meter breaststroke, and now we're back for the 50s with the 50-meter butterfly. We're starting out with the girls 9 and 10, and they are up on the blocks now. Getting ready for the start. Butterfly, arguably one of the most challenging strokes. The most tiring for sure. But just one lap of that here at the 50-meter butterfly event. Top 3 will get on the podium. The award ceremony right after this butterfly series. And then again, you see the officials there looking very closely at those finishes, because with butterfly, you have to touch the wall with 2 hands at the same time. One could be higher than the other. They could be far apart, they could be close together, but you have to touch the wall at the exact same time with those 2 hands. Sometimes that could be a little tricky for the younger swimmers. Officials watching closely there to make sure. Now the boys 9 and 10 getting ready for their 50-meter butterfly.
And swimming out of lane 10 will be B. Duncan, Columbus Isles. Lane 1, Kate Marie, Andrews. Lane 2, B. Richards, Abaco. Lane 3, B. Thompson, New Providence. Lane 4, A. Dean, New Providence. Lane 5, N. Knowles, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, D. Russell, Grand Bahama. Lane 7, S. Roll, Exuma. Lane 8, S. Monroe, Exuma. And swimming out of lane 9, F. Menzies, Micah. That's next up in the pool in heat 2 of the boys 9, 10, 50-meter butterfly.
The boys being called up for the heat 2, now getting on the blocks. Butterfly, a challenging stroke, but a beautiful one. You know, and as these swimmers get older, you'll see as we get into the higher age group categories, the skill, the talent here, the technique. It's all about the rhythm and the technique here in the butterfly. Grand Bahama winning yet another event there in that boys 9 and 10 50-meter butterfly. Girls 11 and 12 up now. These events will go through very quickly. Heat 2 of the girls going in now. Pay attention to the breathing techniques here. Like as I said, as you get into these higher age groups, you'll see patterns with this 50-meter butterfly. And we have our winner out in front, and she is breathing every other stroke. And then into that wall, she kept her head down because you have to breathe, yes, but it puts time onto the race. So if you could keep your head down, it cuts time, and you'll have a faster race here. So as we get into the older age groups, you'll see less and less breaths being taken here in this 50-meter butterfly.
Heat 2 of the 11-12 boys 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 10, T. Cartwright, Long Island. Lane 1, B. Robinson, New Providence. Lane 2, T. Pratt, New Providence. Lane 3, I. Wright, Andres. Lane 4, A. Murray, Andres. Lane 5, H. Simmons, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, D. Singh, Columbus Isles. Lane 7, C. Joseph, Columbus Isles. Lane 8, M. Roll, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 9, A. Roberts, Abaco. That's next up in heat 2 of the boys 11-12 50-meter butterfly. Results of the boys 9-10 50-meter butterfly. Taking the bronze, Siraj Roll, Exuma and Ragged Island. Taking the silver, Dexter Russell, Grand Bahama. And taking the gold in the boys 9-10 50-meter butterfly from Green Team Grand Bahama, Natayo Knowles. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching heat 2 of the boys 11-12 50-meter butterfly. Next up in the pool B, heat 1 of the girls 13-14 50-meter butterfly, swimming out of lane 4, Smith, Eleuthera. Lane 5, Kate Taylor, Eleuthera. And swimming out of lane 6, Jay Burrows, Long Island. That's heat 1 of the girls 13-14 50-meter butterfly next in the pool. Results of the girls 11-12 50-meter butterfly. Coming in third from Columbus Isles, Cyan Isaacs. Finishing second from New Providence with the silver medal, Madison Julian. And taking gold in the girls 11-12 50-meter butterfly from Team Long Island, Celeste Gibson. Next up in the pool will be heat 2 of the girls 13-14 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 10, I. Carter, Exuma. Lane 1, T. Watkins, Long Island. Lane 2, A. Burrows, Andres. Lane 3, D. Columbus Isles. Lane 4, G. Sands, New Providence. Lane 5, Z. Williamson, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, T. Pratt, New Providence. Lane 7, B. Lines, Andres. Lane 8, J. Roll, Columbus Isles. And swimming out of lane 9, S. McKinney, Grand Bahama. You're watching, ladies and gentlemen, heat 2 of the girls 13-14 50-meter butterfly. Next up will be heat 1 of the boys 13-14 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 1, L. Ellis, Abaco. Lane Lane 4, L. Ellis, Abaco. Lane 6, J. Bienemy, Michael. And swimming out of lane 7, K. Anderson, Eleuthera. That's next up in heat 1 of the boys, 13-14, 50-meter butterfly. Results of the boys 11-12, 50-meter butterfly. Taking the bronze from Andres, Alexander Murray. With the silver from Team Grand Bahama, Harold Simmons. And taking the gold from Team Columbus Isles, David Singh. Next up in the pool will be heat 2 of the boys 13-14, 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 10, W. Farrington, Andres. Lane 1, C. Smith, Exuma. Lane 2, A. Johnson, Columbus. Lane 3, D. Butler, New Providence. Lane 4, L. Hamilton, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, D. Saunders, New Providence. Lane 6, M. Daniels, Exuma. Lane 7, K. Johnson, Columbus. Lane 8, C. Adams, Grand Bahama. And swimming out of lane 9, T. M. Brista, Andres. That's heat 2 of the boys 13-14, 50-meter butterfly. Results of the girls 13-14, 50-meter butterfly. Taking the bronze medal from Team Columbus Isle, Jayla Marie Rose. Taking the silver from Team New Providence, Trinity Pratt. And winning the gold from Team Grand Bahama, Zoe Williamson. Next up in the pool will be the girls 15 and over, 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 4, Ann Fox, Eleuthera. Lane 5, M. Fox, Eleuthera. Lane 6, E. Turnquest, Long Island. And swimming out of lane 7 will be M. Horton of Team Abaco. This is heat 1 of the girls 15 and over, 50-meter butterfly. And they're off in heat 1. Next up in heat 2 in the girls 15 and over 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 10, B. Johnson, Columbus Isles. Swimming out of lane 1, S. Kalmaki, Exuma. Lane 2, S. Singh, Columbus Isles. Lane 3, M. Patton, Grand Bahama. Lane 4, R. Lundy, New Providence. Lane 5, A. Leash, Bimini. Lane 6, K. Moss, Long Island. Swimming out of lane 7, S. Norval Smith, Grand Bahama. Lane 8, L. Bridgewater, Exuma. And out of lane 9, G. Sands, New Providence. That's next up in heat 2 of the girls 15 and over, 50-meter butterfly. This is heat 2 of the girls 15 and over 50-meter butterfly. Next up in heat 1 of the boys 15 and over 50-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane R. Evans, Team Exuma. Swimming out of lane 4, C. Dargo, Columbus. Lane 5, C. Carter, Eleuthera. Lane 6, A. Clark, Long Island. And swimming out of lane 7, from Columbus Isle, J. B. Next up in the pool will be the boys 15 and over. 50-meter butterfly, swimming out of lane 10, J. Charles from Providence. Lane 1, O. Smith, Exuma. Lane 2, L. Brooks, Micah. Lane 3, E. Gibson, Grand Bahama. Lane 4, R. Ferguson, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, N. Fords, Long Island. Lane 6, J. Murray, Andres. Lane 7, M. Sims, Andres. And swimming out of lane 8, E. Cooper, Luther. And out of lane 9, T. Ferguson, New Providence. Results of the boys 13, 14, 15 meter butterfly. Taking the bronze from Team Exuma and Ragged Island, Maxwell Daniels. With the silver from Team Grand Bahama, Lennon Hamilton. And taking the gold from Team New Providence, Donald Saunders. Results of the girls 15 and over 50 meter butterfly. Taking the bronze from Team New Providence, Rachel Lundy. From Team Grand Bahama, finishing second, Sienna Norval Smith.
You're watching live coverage of the 2023 Bahamas Games Swimming Championships. A lot of exciting butterfly action there just now. The 50-meter butterflies, we just wrapped up that session. But I have the pleasure of joining me here right now, Miles Saunders, who is a swimmer competing for Exuma and Ragged Island. Miles, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
So we're so excited to have you here. And we just want to talk about, you would not have competed in Bahamas Games before. This is the first Bahamas Games we've had in more than 20 years. So just tell me a little bit, how do you feel about competing in your first Bahamas Games?
Well, I'm exhilarated. It's fun. So far, so good. Can't wait to get a medal, that's for sure. What else?
Well, let's see. You've competed before, obviously, for the club team. And how does it feel now? Because swimming for Exuma and Ragged Island, I assume you have different teammates than you would have on the club.
It's very different because I swim for Mako. Shout out to all my Mako people. And it's big. Mako is big. So going down to a team that's already smaller, it's an adjustment.
And tell me, how did you get on Exuma? What is your connection to Exuma and Ragged Island?
I'm actually swimming for Ragged Island.
Okay.
Because my Nana, she's from Ragged Island.
That's wonderful. So that's very special.
Yes.
When I swam in Bahamas Games a long time ago, I swam for Long Island.
Wow.
Yeah, so my grandmother and my mother, my side of the family is from Long Island. That was very special for me to represent my grandmother's island. Do you feel any pride or any excitement because of that?
I do, because my Nana, she always tells me stories about her life on Ragged Island, and I just being a part of it makes me feel good.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And tell me, what are you competing in here at the Bahamas Games?
Competing in? I have to do 200 free tomorrow, but today I did 200 IM and 50 free.
Okay, and you're looking forward, do you guys have a relay? Exuma and Ragged Island have a relay in today?
Ma'am.
All right, and relays are always fun.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the Bahamas Games?
The relays.
The relays.
Because that's when everyone gets riled up to shout on, to cheer on everybody, and that's the best part.
And the opening ceremonies, the official opening ceremonies are tonight. Are you going to go to the opening ceremonies? Yes, I think you're going to really enjoy that. That's going to be exciting. And also, we're celebrating 50 years of independence. You weren't around 50 years ago. I wasn't around 50 years ago. But how are you feeling celebrating this important milestone?
I like it because everyone on social media says, oh, the Bahamas isn't a real place and stuff like that. So I like the camaraderie of it.
Yeah, so everyone's coming together and celebrating. Have you been wearing your colors throughout the week? Okay, great, of course. All right, that is Miles Saunders joining us, competing for Exuma Ragged Island, but he is repping Ragged Island. Shout out to his Nana, who was always telling him stories about Ragged Island, and now he is wearing the uniform and representing that island of his heritage. His first Bahamas Games. He's having a good time and looking forward to more of it. Miles, thanks so much. Good luck. I'm waiting for you to get a medal, and we'll shout you out when you get up on that medal podium.
Yes, ma'am.
And speaking of medal podium, we're going to throw it back over there to see who's getting their awards now for that awesome butterfly event we just saw. Thanks, Miles.
With the gold medal from New Providence, Taylor Nichols. meter butterfly. Taking the bronze medal from Exuma and Ragged Island, Siraj Rule. From Team Grand Bahama, taking the silver medal, Dexter Russell. With the gold medal from Team Grand Bahama, Nateo Knowles. In the girls 11, 12, 50 meter butterfly, with the bronze medal from Team Columbus Isles, Cyan Isis. With the silver medal from Team New Providence, Madison Julian. And winning the gold medal from Team Long Island, Celeste Gibson. Congratulations, Team Long Island. In the boys 11, 12, 50 meter butterfly, taking the bronze medal from Team Andres, Alexander Murray. Athletes, please be reminded, do not walk in the front or behind of the medal presentation area. All athletes at this time, please do not walk in front or behind the medal presentation area. Taking the silver medal from Team Grand Bahama, Harold Simmons. With the gold medal from Team Columbus Isles, David Singh. In the girls 13, 14, 50 meter butterfly, taking the bronze medal from Team Columbus Isles, Jayla Marie Rowe. With the silver medal from Team New Providence, Trinity Pratt. And taking the gold medal in the girls 13, 14, 50 meter butterfly from Team Grand Bahama, Zoe Williamson. In the boys 13, 14, 50 meter butterfly, taking the bronze from Team Exuma and Ragged Island, Maxwell Daniels. Taking the silver medal from Team Grand Bahama, Lennon Hamilton. And winning the gold medal from Team New Providence, Donald Saunders. In the girls 15 and over 50-meter butterfly. In the bronze medal position from Team New Providence, Rachel Lundy. Winning the silver medal from Team Grand Bahamas, Sienna Norville Smith. And taking the gold from Team Bimini, Ariel Weish. Next up in the boys 15 and over 50-meter butterfly. Taking the bronze medal representing Andres, Joshua Murray. Capturing the silver medal from Team Grand Bahama, Romel Ferguson. Representing Team Long Island, Nigel Forbes. All athletes participating in the 200-meter butterfly at this time, you should have already checked in. If you haven't, check in immediately. All athletes for the 200-meter butterfly. We say congratulations to all of our top 3 finishers in the 50-meter butterfly, and thank you to our presenter, Wilford Pratt, Executive Member at Large.
You've been watching the live swimming action here at the 2023 Bahamas Games swimming competition. We've had some fast swims. It's a beautiful day for swimming, nice and sunny out here. A little hotter than we would like, but I'm sure the swimmers are enjoying their time in the water, cooling off. And joining me right now is Kristen Farrington. She's a coach, but also a former swimmer who participated in Bahamas Games. Kristen, I don't want to tell them how old we were when we competed in the last Bahamas Games. But anyway, Kristen participated in 2 Bahamas Games.
That's right.
And now you're right here coaching Bahamas Games. So Kristen, give us a little overview of when you competed in Bahamas Games.
Well, in our time, swimming is very competitive. We weren't doing as well as we did then as we are doing now. The sport has evolved tremendously ever since the construction of the 50-meter pool. You can see that in our performances with Carifta, CAC Games, and now the Goodwill Games. As far as Bahamas Games goes, 1492 Columbus landed. I'm presently one of the assistant coaches for Columbus Isles, which consists of Kidd Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key. The swimmers are doing tremendous. We have a lot of first-time swimmers, some who surprise themselves with medal.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Medal for top 3 places, and that motivate them to swim, compete well in the other races.
Now talk about when you competed and you did twice for Bahamas Games.
I did.
And you did for 2 different islands.
I did.
All right, so the first time you swam for?
Eleuthera. My father is from Eleuthera. And then the second time I swam for Exuma. My maternal grandmother, the second time I swam for Exuma. My maternal grandmother is from Exuma.
Okay, great. So you had the experience. And talk about how that makes you feel. I was talking about the importance of that heritage link to the island and how you have a sense of pride when you compete for these islands.
It's definitely a sense of pride. Each respective island has their own coat of arms, so it gives you a sense of pride. Ragged Island, Exuma and Ragged Island, you have the onion. Eleuthera, you have the pineapples. And then you build that camaraderie with the different teammates from other islands across the Bahamas.
Yeah, so Kristen, I see we've started the 11 and 12 girls 200-meter butterfly behind us. A really tough race. I would say probably the toughest race 200 butterfly, at least for me personally, I find 200 fly to be the toughest race.
It definitely is. You know, you have to perfect your technique, keep your head, coordinate your legs, and then, of course, you know, keep that head down if you want to score.
And you have 2 swimmers coming up in this
We
event.
do. We have DeJohn Simmons and Amari Johnson in the boys 13 and 14 200 butterfly, and we hope to see them score and give Columbus Isle points.
And talk about how the kids are feeling about representing Columbus Isles here in the Bahamas Games.
They're excited. You know, everybody wants to wear the Arawak, wear the aqua and the blue, wear the different uniforms, and of course they're going to trade caps among the different islands. After the 200 butterfly, and we have our relay. You know, everyone looks forward to the relay. It's exciting. No matter which island you're from, you want to represent, and you want to encourage all the swimmers to go out and give their best. Win, lose, or draw, we're one Bahamas. Happy anniversary, Bahamas.
Oh, yes, so the 50th anniversary, Chris, and that's what I want to talk about. We weren't around when Bahamas gained independence, but we would have seen the country evolved over the past several years. What are you looking forward to in the next 50 years? So let's say for the country in general, and then for swimming.
For swimming, you know, I want to see a state-of-the-art facility for the swimmers. I want to hope to see we have museums for past swimmers such as you and myself, you know, so children know from whence they came. We now have a lot of swimmers going to college on swim scholarships, and that's to be commendable, you know. In years past, we had about 5 clubs. Now we have about 11. So I hope to see that 11 triple in years to come. And the competition, of course, will be fierce.
And what I'm hoping for is that they continue this Bahamas Games.
Definitely. You know, I don't want it to be another
50 years. Another 20 or 22 years. But yeah, so, and hopefully we get to develop the talent on the other islands.
Definitely. So, that would be great. You know, it's not just New Providence and Grand Bahama. As you said, there's Eleuthera, there's Michael, there's Columbus Isles, you know. There is talent out there. But of course, if the facilities aren't there, then the swimmers, potential swimmers who can very well be the next Nakia DeVoe, would not be disenfranchised.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Thanks so much for joining us, Kristen, and good luck.
Thank
to
you
your
so
swimmers,
much.
to your team.
Columbus Isles.
And y'all I've seen you all on the podium several times throughout the meet.
It's a humbling experience.
I see you have a swimsuit on. You planning on coming out for the relay or something like that?
Stay tuned.
Thanks so much, Kristen. We're back to the pool now where we're finishing the first 11 and 12 girls 200-meter butterfly. Tough race here. The boys should be getting up ready on the podium.
Lane 7, T. Pratt, Providence. And swimming out of lane 8, A. Roberts, Abaco. That's next up in the boys 11-12, 200-meter butterfly, timed final.
The boys are in the pool now, 11 and 12, 200-meter butterfly. And speaking of butterfly, I have someone who's very talented in the discipline of butterfly. Ariel Weiss just coming here after getting her gold medal for the girls 15 and over butterfly. Now, Ariel swam in the last Bahamas Games. You must have been in like 8 and under or something.
I was in 9-10,
oh,
so
9-10.
very close. Yeah.
So talk about, let us know who you're competing for and what your connection is to that island.
Okay, I'm competing for Bimini and the Berry Islands. My maternal grandmother and my dad and all his siblings were born in Bimini, so I'm representing Bimini. I mean, everywhere I've been competing for the Bahamas, I put Bimini on the map, so.
And that's great, and it's wonderful here. So tell us about how you feel about the return of Bahamas Games. I remember Bahamas Games fondly. It was so much fun, so much excitement. I loved the opening ceremonies. My favorite thing was the uniforms, the cool uniforms we got for Long Island sheep runners. And just talk about that now that the younger kids get to experience Bahamas Games. When we talked about it, it was like this old thing back in the day, a distant memory. Talk about how kids are feeling about the Bahamas Games now.
I can see that they're very excited, you know, like they've competed all year for their respective swim clubs, but now they get to represent an island, and I think that brings a different sense of pride, and I admire it, and they inspire me, so I hope they keep this up.
Yeah, and we talked about return of the Bahamas Games for the 50th anniversary of independence celebration. We hope it doesn't go away. We hope it doesn't take another 22 years to see another Bahamas Games. But let's talk about the evolution of swimming and what you hope to see for the sport of swimming in the Bahamas in the next 50 years. You're very, very familiar with the sport. You've represented on the highest levels. What do you want to see happen with Bahamas swimming?
I want to see more swimmers make it beyond Carifta, CC Can, meets like those. I want to see them in more senior meets. And I think that's going to take more effort from like the Aquatics Federation and specifically the government, like pouring more money and, you know, showing the kids that we are investing in you and we want to see you excel in the sport. So.
And what are your thoughts about the other islands? So we had Coach Trevano here talking about giving us an update on Abaco, how unfortunately the facilities were affected by Dorian. And so that kind of put them back. I was expecting to see a bigger presence for them, but you know, a lot of them had to leave the island after the incident. And he's told us, thankfully, that that's coming back. But what about the other islands? Do you think we'll ever see facilities in some of the other islands where we could grow the talent there and Bahamas Games will actually see swimmers coming from those islands?
I see it, maybe not in the more near future, but definitely the distant future. I already see like strides in islands like Grand Bahama.
They're dominating out here at Bahamas Games.
Oh, they are. I had no doubt. I mean, they have the top swimmers. So I'm excited to see the other islands excel the way that Grand Bahama and New Providence has. Like I said, I think it's just going to take a little bit more incentive from the government.
Yeah, and when you walk around and when you're competing, what are the kids saying? What are they saying about the Bahamas Games? Are they having a good time? You know, are they excited for another opportunity to swim? Is it more of the camaraderie? What is it that they're loving about this?
Oh, they're loving everything about this. They just competed in Bahamas Nationals, 2-3 weeks ago? So to get another opportunity in the summer to race and race against their friends, teammates, they seem very excited to do that. So can't wait to see what results we get for the rest of the day and then tomorrow.
Yes, one more day tomorrow. And another thing I didn't get to talk to anybody about yet, this is a fully timed final meet. So everything, that's a little different for us. Talk about that. How are you liking that? Or what does that format mean to you?
Well, for me, like my senior meets, like the World Championships and World University Games, for the most part, I've gotten one opportunity to race fast, and for me, it's very similar, so I'm not affected by it, but I think the kids are very used to like swimming more prelims and then finals, getting a second chance to go fast. I think it's just getting them in the mindset that not every swim meet's going to be set up the same way. You just have to adapt with that.
Yeah, and you have one chance to go
fast.
You
get one chance.
Yeah, so you have to go. I've been saying now that those first heat, even though they think they're out in front, they really have to push it to make sure that their times are in the top 3 because the second heat is coming up. And you never know what happens there.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Ariel Ricci is representing Bimini and the Berry Islands. Thanks so much for sitting with us. Good luck for the rest of the meet.
Thank you for having
me.
me.
Are you going to the opening ceremony?
I am. I'm participating.
Right. Okay, yeah. So that's awesome. What are you doing at the opening ceremony?
It's a surprise.
Okay. All right. So we'll be watching.
Okay.
Watch out for Ariel at the opening ceremonies. Thanks so much. We're going to take it back to the pool here because these guys are working hard for the 200-meter butterfly, and we want to give them some attention. Thanks, Ariel. Enjoy the meets.
Right. And taking the gold from Team Columbus Isles in the boys 11, 12, 200-meter butterfly, David Singh. Next up in the pool is another combined time final of the girls and boys 15 and over 200-meter butterfly. Swimming out of lane 1 will be S. Norval Smith, Grand Bahama. Lane 2, J. Dean, Eleuthera. Lane 3, T. Ferguson, New Providence. Lane 4, M. Johnson, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, A. Johnson, Grand Bahama. Lane 6, J. Thompson, Abaco. Lane 7, O. Smith, Exuma. Lane 8, M. Sims, Andres. And lane 9, R. Jolly, New Providence. This is coming up next in another time, combined time final for the boys and girls, 15 and over, 200-meter butterfly.
All right, so the meet is going to speed up here a little bit and move it a little faster because, as you heard, they're combining the girls and boys 13 and 14 200-meter butterfly. So you'll see in the pool girls and boys competing in this, but don't worry, they're not competing against each other. It's just that they have one swimmer for the girls in this 200-meter butterfly, 13 and over. So they're letting her join in this heat. And you know what? That's a good thing. They may push her, and we may see a best time. And then we have our final edition of the 200-meter butterfly. That's the 15 and over. Then we'll go to medal presentations. And then the exciting event of the morning, the 400-meter freestyle relay. Now, that's a longer relay. Everyone swims 100 meters freestyle in that. A total of 400 meters. So that's going to close off the event for us this afternoon. But right now, in the pool, boys and girls, 13 to 14, 200-meter butterfly combined. And this one, we talked during the 50-meter butterfly about, the breath control there, keeping your head down for a few strokes in that 50. The 200-meter butterfly is completely different. You need all the breath you can get on this long, very, very tough race. So they'll be pacing themselves here. A 100 down, 2 laps to go, and check out that skill there, long underwater kicks. This is where it starts to get tough, guys. Right now, an exciting race with the top 3.
The results of the boys 13, 14, 200-meter butterfly.
And our sole 13 and 14 girl swimmer in there. Beautiful butterfly she has there. And she's got a gold medal for sure. Just her one competing.
In the girls 13, 14, 200-meter butterfly, taking the bronze from Team Andres. Bardi Line. From Team Grand Bahama, taking the silver, Adaya Smith. And taking the gold from Team Grand Bahama, Zoe Williamson.
Guys, this is the 15 and over. I'm saying 13 and 14. This is the 15 and over event here that they've combined. So this will bring us to the end of the 200-meter butterfly, and then we'll be getting ready for those awards there. Tough race. And the last 2 swimmers making it in. Still good form. That brings us to the end now of the 200-meter butterfly races, and I know that the teams are so excited. They're getting ready for the 400-meter freestyle relay. Those butterflies got to get in the pool and get a little cool down. Before they get ready for the relay. And if you're just joining us, we're here at the Betty Kelly Kenning National Swim Complex. A beautiful day for Bahamas Games swimming competition at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center. A lot of excitement going on here. This is the last Bahamas Games happened about 22 years ago. And the Golden Jubilee Games was first established in 1989 by the former Minister of Sports, Peter J. Bethel. And then the event happened again in 1991, 1995, 1998, and the last one in 2001. And the goal of the Bahamas Games has always been to help the country discover new talents throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And it allows athletes from the different sports and the different islands to come together and celebrate and to unify. And what a better occasion to do it than the 50th anniversary of the country's independence. And joining me now, I have another athlete here swimming in the Bahamas Games, Angel Curry. She's representing Exuma and Ragged Island, and we're so excited to have her at the desk with us. Angel, welcome.
Thank you so much.
And just tell us, how did you get representing Exuma and Ragged Island?
Well, my family, the Curry family, is from Ragged Island, so my mom decided to let me represent Ragged Island.
I think that's very exciting. I love it when the swimmers choose to represent other islands. I just want to know, how are you feeling about participating in this Bahamas Games?
Well, to be honest, it's kind of nerve-wracking because I started swimming when I was 3, and I never thought that I would make it this far to be swimming from Goodwill, and now I'm here swimming in my first Bahamas Games. So, and it's the country's 50th jubilee at the same time, so it's a lot of pride for me because at the same time I'm representing the country itself and also Ragged Island. So it's really exciting.
Really exciting, right? And I think it's nice that you get this change, because when you're swimming with a club, when you're swimming for the country, you're used to having the same team members. But this, you get to mix and mingle a little bit. You get to swim with other swimmers who may be on competing teams. Talk about that experience, and having different coaches too. To talk about that experience and adjusting to that.
Well, you know, I didn't really have to adjust to anything because I have a lot of friends and a lot of teammates. So I have a lot of people on my team who I know very well. And so we just be having a lot of fun dancing, like to the song, the new song that just came out. So I think it's really fun. Sometimes you just need to switch it up, swim with some other people, get a different experience. Because when you're so used to swimming with one single club, it's just like, it's kind of weird adjusting to swimming with other people. So it's good to kind of just get out of there and swim with other people.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Goodwill game. So tell us about that.
So I was a part of the Goodwill team in 2022, Trinidad and Tobago, and it was amazing. Like, I can't even express how fun it was. It was like I remember when we were in the hotel, we went ding-dong ditching people, and I remember some of us fell down, and we were like, and the parents opened up the door, and they were like, I found y'all finally, because they were trying to figure out who was knocking on the door, and we was running up the stairs, knocking on their doors and stuff like that. So it was like a really fun experience, and especially getting called to the national team for the first time, other than playing water polo for the national team of the Bahamas. Swimming for the Bahamas is an opportunity, and one of my goals set are going to Carifta next year, which is actually here. And one of the main reasons why I would love to do that is because it's going to be here. People from this country are going to be watching in our home stand stadium, and you know how Bahamians go. They get real excited, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Of course, you know, you get to compete to get better in the sport, but also the camaraderie and the excitement, right, of participating in the Bahamas Games and the Goodwill Games. You get to travel, you get to hang out, you do fun things outside of the pool.
Yeah.
And that's also really important. So what are you looking forward to most here at the Bahamas Games?
Well, mostly, to me, it doesn't matter if we win or not. It's the matter of just coming out and having fun. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, because at the end of the day, everybody's a winner. So it just matters that you have fun and you just let loose of all the tensions that you have and just have fun. You don't have to worry about anything. Just swim and have fun.
So what are you competing in here at the Bahamas Games?
Well, so far I've swam 100-meter breaststroke, 50-meter breaststroke, relays, the IM relays, and today I have today 200. I did 200 IM today, and
tough race.
now I have later I have a relay.
Okay, we're getting ready for the relays
Yeah,
now.
the 400 meter IM, and then afterwards tonight, of course, the opening ceremony.
Yes, are you participating in that? You're gonna go?
Of course.
Oh, right.
Why would I miss that?
Yes, I really remember when I competed in the Bahamas Games a long, long time ago. The opening ceremony was an amazing experience. So I'm happy that you're going. Go out there, have a good time, take it all in, take all the photos, because this is in celebration of the 50th anniversary of independence.
50th anniversary.
So very, very major milestone. Take all the pictures you can and enjoy it to the fullest. But thank you as Angel Curry joining us here, representing Exuma and Ragged Island. She has some connection to Ragged Island, and she is so proud to be representing that island. That's what the Bahamas Games is all about. That heritage, that pride, coming together as a nation. So Angel, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go get ready now for the rest of the meet, and we'll kick it over to the podium so we can see who's over there getting those medals. Thanks, Angel.
And winning the gold medal, representing Team Columbus Isles, DeJean Simmons. In the girls 15 and over 200 meter butterfly, our lone competitor taking the gold medal from Team Grand Bahama, Sienna Norval Smith. In the boys 15 and over 200 meter butterfly, winning the bronze medal from Team New Providence, Tristan Ferguson.
I have another swimmer joining me now, Amari Johnson. He's representing Columbus Isles. Amari, thanks so much for joining us here at the desk, taking some time out from your busy Bahamas Games swimming schedule. Thanks so much.
No problem.
Now tell me, how did you get involved with Columbus Isles? What's your connection?
So my mother's grandfather, Oscar Johnson, he used to, I think, run with the PLP for Cat Island.
Okay.
So my mother told me to come swim with them.
Of course. Of course. I mean, but that's really special that you have that connection and you get to represent the island. How are you feeling about participating in your first Bahamas Games?
It feels amazing. I know just competing in general, it's amazing. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking. Sometimes you have your breakdowns, but through it all, you'll make it through.
Yeah, and tell me, what are you competing in this Games?
50 fly. I swam that already. The 200 fly, just swam that.
Both back to back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I swam the 100 back last night. Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about that. How do you manage? Because I was looking at the schedule and I saw 50 fly and the 200 fly back to back, and usually it would be the same person swimming both of those. So talk about your recovery. How did you recover from that fast 50 sprint to go back out there and do 200 fly?
Well, for me, swimming is usually like, it's a mental game, to be honest.
That's for sure.
But like, what I did, I swam the 50 fly. I gave it my all. And my goal in the 200 fly was to drop time and still give it my all. So I went to the warm down pool over there. I warmed down. I came back with a new mindset, swim even harder. And I went out and I executed my race and I dropped 7 seconds.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations. You know, because I think a lot of people out there who may not be too familiar with the sport, when they're looking, if they don't see that you're breaking records or you're being in the top 3, I want people to understand how important it is and how much it means for a swimmer to drop time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this Bahamas Games, you are still using it as a meet to focus and improve yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know it's also a very fun event. Are you having fun?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and talk about interacting with other people, you know, swimming with new people who would have been on different teams, different clubs, having a different coach probably.
Yes, ma'am. My coach is Coach Brown. He's an amazing coach, actually. He motivates us. And then the new swimmers I swim with, they are also pretty cool people. And we all get along as a team.
All right. So are you swimming in the relays that are coming up now?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go so you could get ready for that. You probably still have to unwind a bit from that 200 fly and get ready for the relays. And good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for joining me.
No problem.
All right, so we've started with the 9 and 10 girls 100 freestyle relay, and just a reminder, that is 2 laps of the pool for each swimmer, 4 swimmers in the relay here. And so we've started under there, and I am expecting that as we get closer to the end of each relay that crowd is going to get really loud. You've heard the swimmers talk about how the relays are the favorite part of the meets because the crowd gets so hyper there. I'm expecting to hear some cowbells soon. But we are now with the girls 9 and 10 100-meter freestyle relay. Girls 9 and 10 100-meter freestyle still in the pool here. That's 4 swimmers, and each swimmer swimming 100 meters freestyle. That's 2 laps of the pool. And the relays are the most exciting races of the event. All the teams getting together there, cheering. We have, that's Grand Bahama in lane 6 diving, and this is the last leg. So she has just got to bring it home now for the gold medal for Grand Bahama girls. Make sure I'm on the 13 and 14 400-meter freestyle relay. I'm sorry, 9 and 10, I'm way ahead. I am on the wrong event. That is the girls 9 and 10 400-meter freestyle, and that is New Providence out there in lane 6. Right behind them is Team Grand Bahama. And they're all coming in for this last leg. We have Columbus, Isles, Grand Bahama, and New Providence in this event. So only 3 in there. That means that everybody in this race will end up on the podium, getting points for their respective islands. Waiting on one more team to come in here to close out the girls' 9 and 10 400-meter freestyle relay. Before the boys.
The boys 9-10 4x100-meter relay, freestyle relay. Swimming out of lane 3 will be Columbus Isles. Swimming out of lane 4, Team Andres.
All right, as we wrap that up, I have another one of the swimmers in this Bahamas Games joining me. Asher Johnson from Grand Bahama. He just completed the 200-meter butterfly. I'm not sure how he was able to even walk over there. When I finished 200 butterfly, I needed at least half an hour to recover. So Asher, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And you've come in from Grand Bahama for this event?
Yes, I have.
And are you staying at the Games Village?
I will.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. There are 2 Games Villages. Which one are you staying at?
I'm staying at the Marriott Hotel right now.
Okay, great.
All the swimmers are there.
All right. So tell me a little bit about that, because before you've come down, it's not your first time coming to the capital for a meet, I'm sure. But this is a little different now. You get to stay in the Games Village. Talk about the different dynamics of you competing in Bahamas Games.
Well, you obviously have a lot more swimmers. You have swimmers that are not from usually Grand Bahama and Nassau. I'm usually just competing with the group of swimmers that are from Grand Bahama and Nassau, so I get to experience guys that may even be doing water polo and other sports, and it just came down to have fun and compete with people who compete just swimming all the time.
That's wonderful. Now, how do you feel about competing in the Bahamas Games? You know, this is your first Bahamas Games, so what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm glad that we could have games that's not just completely competitive and only just swimming, and I like the fact that it's included amongst all the other sports as well.
Do you get a chance to interact with other athletes, or will you at some point during this games?
Well, I will get to interact with other athletes, and sometimes during this games. Some of the swimmers may be going back to their hometown, some may stay. I definitely have quite a few friends that are in all the sports, volleyball, other things like that, boxing. So I'll get to interact with them, watch them maybe, and see how they do in their sports.
So I am chatting with Asher Johnson of Grand Bahama while the boys 9 and 10 400-meter freestyle relay is in the pool, and there are a few teams, Columbus Isles, Andros, Exuma Ragged Island, Grand Bahama, and New Providence in there. But Asher is joining us. He just competed in the 200-meter fly, and he's telling us about his experience in the Games Village, interacting with other athletes. Are you participating in the opening ceremonies tonight?
I will be there at the opening ceremonies to watch. I'm not quite sure whether I'll be walking or not, but I will be there to view everyone and have a good time.
It's important to experience that. I'm telling everyone tonight, go out there. This is an amazing part of history. Go enjoy, take it all in, and take photos. Now, Asha, Grand Bahama is dominating at this Bahamas Games swimming competition. How are you feeling about that?
Honestly, I think I knew that we were going to do pretty well from the start, knowing the swimmers that we already have. Always have faith in Grand Bahama, and I'm proud to be from there.
That's wonderful, and we are proud to have you here representing Grand Bahama. What else are you looking forward to for the rest of the summer? Bahamas Games, obviously a big one for you, but what are you looking forward to for the rest of the summer?
Well, I'm hoping to stay here for a bit, wind down and relax, but also continue my training here in Nassau for a bit, or whether I go home after that, make sure I keep up with my swimming. So the next time, if there be another Bahamas Games, I do even better.
Oh, great. And what are you looking forward to with the next swimming season? I know summer you have a little break here. Are there any big meets coming up?
For me, I'm in boarding school in Tennessee, so I really want to train because they have their annual state meet, which is kind of like our nationals. So I want to be good for that, and right after that, I will have Carifta trials, and then there will be Carifta. And depending on how I am leading up to that, depends on whether I'm in the Carifta Games or not. So I really want to work on that.
All right, well, I'm wishing you the best of luck. Thanks so much for joining us here, Asha. I'm going to kick it back to the pool now, where we have our boys 9 and 10 400-meter freestyle relay. Thanks, Asha, and good luck for the rest of the meet.
Thank you.
We have the results of the girls 9, 10, 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay. Taking the bronze in the girls 9, 10 freestyle relay, we have Team Columbus Isles, team of K. Hepburn, G. Grant, A. DeVoe, and R. Rowe. Taking the silver, Team Grand Bahama, K. Seymour, J. Knowles, L. Hamilton, and S. Rowe. And taking the gold in the girls 9, 10, 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay, T. Nichols, I. Monroe, C. Taylor, S. Donaldson, representing Team New Providence. Up next is the girls 11 and 12 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay. Swimming out of lane 1, Team Columbus Isles. Lane 2, Exuma and Ragged Island. Lane 3, Eleuthera. Lane 4, Team Grand Bahama. Lane 5, Team New Providence. Lane 6, Team Michael. Swimming out of lane 7, Team Andrews. And swimming out of lane 8, Team Long Island. That's the lineup for the girls 11 12 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay.
The 11 and 12 girls are in the pool now for the 400-meter freestyle relay. Lane 1, Columbus Isles. Lane 2, Exuma, Ragged Island. Lane 3, Eleuthera. Lane 4, Grand Bahama. Lane 5, New Providence. Lane 6, Michael. Lane 7, Andros. And Lane 8, Long Island. So the 400-meter freestyle means that each of the 4 swimmers will swim 100 meters. That's 2 laps of freestyle. An exciting race here. Freestyle is my favorite stroke. We've seen a tough race before this, the 200-meter butterfly. And so that's really tough to come after the 200 fly and go in to swim in this 100-meter freestyle because the 100-meter freestyle is a sprint. 2 laps of the pool fast, or like we say in swimming, all out. Pay attention here to the breathing techniques. Some swimmers do every 3, which means that they'll breathe on both sides. 3 strokes with the head down, breathe to the left. 3 strokes with the head down, breathe to the right. That was my technique. Some people only want to breathe on one side, so they'll do 2 strokes, 1 breath, or 4 strokes, 1 breath. This is a little different from the 50 freestyle. Remember, we talked about the 50 freestyle, keeping your head down as much as possible, taking no breath and just finishing that 1 lap. But with the 100-meter freestyle, we need a little bit more oxygen for this one, especially with that flip turn. So you'll see some sort of pattern here. And we're looking right now at the breathing every 3, taking a breath on both sides there. And the girls 11 and 12 400-meter freestyle relay. Touching the wall first there is the New Providence team out in lane 5, and they have a very comfortable lead. Let's see if they can keep it. There's still a lot of time left in this race. So there's a chance that another team could gain on them depending on the skill level. But right now, New Providence is out with a comfortable lead there in lane 5. But let's watch out for Grand Bahama in lane 4. They've been dominating these events.
We have the results of the boys 9-10-4 by 100-meter freestyle relay. Taking the bronze from Team New Providence, Blair Thompson, Asha Bastian, Teron Turner, and Adrian Dean. Taking the silver medal from Team Exuma and Ragged Island, Kai Bastian, Sean Monroe, Anthony Knowles, and Siraj Rowe. Taking the gold in the boys 9-10-4 by 100-meter freestyle relay, Team Grand Bahama, Dexter Russell, Dakari Cooper, Logan Camacho, and Mateo Knowles.
Still a nice comfortable lead there for New Providence in lane 5. The girls 11 and 12 400-meter freestyle relay.
All applications for the 4 by 100-meter freestyle relay will be done tomorrow at the beginning of our session.
Nice win there for Team New Providence in lane 5. All the other teams on their final lap now. And the award ceremony for these 400-meter freestyle relays will be given out during tomorrow's session. So we are wrapping as soon as the 15 and over categories are done with this 400-meter freestyle, and we will bring you the award ceremonies for this event tomorrow during tomorrow's session, right here at the Betty Kelly Kenny Aquatic Center. Final swimmers heading into the wall here for this girls 11 and 12 100-meter freestyle relay. Our top 3 already determined here. New Providence in lane 5 got the gold for that event. Out in lane 8, Long Island with 2nd place. And in lane 4, Grand Bahama with 3rd. So we heard some cheering and some excitement for this race. And that looks like they were cheering on Long Island team to take over Grand Bahama. So exciting race there. boys 11 and 12 getting up on the blocks now for their freestyle relay. Remember, each swimmer swims 100 meters freestyle. Four swimmers in a relay. And it's always fun to watch because different coaches have different techniques when it comes to these relays. Some coaches put their fastest swimmer first and hope that they give them a big enough lead that the team can hold on for the rest of the race and they stay in first place. Others stagger the swimmers based on the fastest time. So usually they'll have the second fastest swimmer going first and then the fastest swimmer going last in hopes of bringing the team home. It just all depends. Always interesting to hear coaches talk about their relay placement techniques. New Providence touching the wall first there with the first leg. There in lane 5. Not too far behind them there in lane 7 is Andros. But New Providence determined to pull away, giving them a bigger lead here. An exciting race for third place right now. Grand Bahama in lane 6. And Columbus Isles over there in lane 8. This is only the second leg, so anything can happen. Good race there. Columbus Isles out there in lane 8 looking to take down the second place swimmer there from Andros. And look, that gap is closing there between New Providence and Andros. This is why relays are exciting. So much opportunity for things to change. New Providence holding on to that lead though. And the heat sheet is telling us that that third place swimmer for New Providence is Xander Lightborn. But look at Andros and Grand Bahama. They are fighting, trying to get up there. They want to get their team in first position. And if you can hear the crowd behind me, they are getting louder and louder, cheering on their respective islands. It's anybody's race now, folks. Wow. See the change over there? The final leg now, so this will determine who wins this race. We have the coaches on the side. They're really cheering on their swimmers, letting them know that someone's coming up right behind them. The fight is on now for second place. And the crowd is getting wild. Who's going to get that silver medal? And look, someone in the outside lane there. We got a Grand Bahama securing that gold. New Providence getting that silver. And out of nowhere there, Wow, good race. Columbus Isles.
Lane 4, Team Louisville. Lane 5, Team Providence. Lane 6, Team Grand Bahama. Lane 7, Team Long Island. And coming out of lane 8, Team Columbus Isles. That's your lineup in the girls 13-14 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay.
Exciting race there. Just one more swimmer to get into the wall. First place Grand Bahama, second place New Providence, and third place Columbus Isles. It was a close one for Andros, but they just slipped out of the medal contention there on that last leg.
And they're off. This is the girls 13-14 4 by 100 meter freestyle relay.
Girls 13 and 14 in the pool now. We have Andros in lane 3, New Providence in lane 5, Grand Bahama in lane 6, Long Island in lane 7, and Columbus Isles in lane 8. First leg there into their last 50 now. Second leg in the pool now. Out in front, Grand Bahama again. Touching in second place there, New Providence again, and in third place, Andros. So, looking like the same three contenders at the beginning of the last race. We'll see if that changes at all. Can they hold on to their positions? Second leg heading back in to hand it over to the third swimmer. Grand Bahama still with the lead here in the girls 13 and 14 100 meter freestyle. But New Providence not too far behind them. Still two swimmers left here, so anything could happen. New Providence making an effort here to gain on Grand Bahama to close that gap a little bit. And the strategy here is to just get as close to that swimmer as possible to put that last swimmer in a good position to possibly take over and put them into the lead. We'll see how that pans out for New Providence. Grand Bahama into that final turn. Third leg taking it home now. For Grand Bahama, New Providence not so far behind. But pay attention to lane 3. Andros is not too far behind the New Providence swimmer. She's closed the gap pretty significantly there. Will it be enough for that last swimmer to get them in second position? Grand Bahama with a comfortable lead for now. I suspect the crowd is about to get loud because Andros just took over in lane 3 just swam past the New Providence swimmer. And the race is now on for 3rd place. The race is on for 3rd place as Team Long Island in lane 7 overtakes the New Providence swimmer, but over in lane 8, Columbus Isles is trying her best to take down that Long Island swimmer, and the kids are on the side of the pool trying to get the swimmers in. Long Island trying desperately to hold on to that 2nd place finish, but Columbus Isles just overtakes for the 3rd spot there. Exciting race in this girls 13 and 14 100 meter freestyle relay. See, it's all about the strategy.
Disqualification report. Event 85, heat 1, lane 6. Disqualification report.
Wow, that is a huge announcement there. Lane 6 disqualification. That is Grand Bahama being disqualified from the girls 13 and 14 meter freestyle relay. So that changes things up a bit there. Boys 13 and 14 getting ready to go in the blocks. Now they're in the pool. And so what that means is most likely somebody jumped off of the blocks. They dove in before the swimmer in the pool touched the wall. That's a big blow to that team there, lane 6. Grand Bahama. That was the girls 13 and 14 400 meter freestyle relay that we were just looking at with that great lead there by Grand Bahama. But unfortunately, after touching in first place, it was announced that they were disqualified. So all of the other teams move up 1. So that means that Long Island, Andros, and Columbus Isles will be the top 3 in that event. You just never know, folks. And that's why the relays are so exciting. Everybody gets really excited for those relays. And now the boys 13 and 14 400 meter freestyle in the pool, and I suspect that they will be a little bit more careful with their relay exchanges now after having that disqualification announcement right before they got ready to swim. You know, the challenge here is having different teammates now that you're swimming for the islands. When you're swimming for a club, or even when you're swimming for the country, representing in Carifta or one of those other big meets, you spend a lot of time practicing with your relay team, and you practice those exchanges over and over. And so you almost know exactly when it's safe to leave the blocks because you're familiar with that swimmer in the pool, how many strokes it's going to get them into the wall. But it's a little trickier now because I suspect that these teams haven't had much time to train together and practice these exchanges because of the dynamics now that they're swimming for different islands. So we have different and new teammates here in the Bahamas Games, making it a little trickier to guess when you can dive off the pool, off the blocks into the pool. So disqualification announcement for the girls 13 and 14 400 meter freestyle Grand Bahama. And now the boys 13 and 14 are in the pool. Third leg is in the water now. New Providence team out in front there in lane 4. Followed closely by Grand Bahama in lane 5. Grand Bahama trying to close that gap on New Providence now. And we talked about breathing patterns here in the 100-meter freestyle. Another benefit of doing the breathe every 3 and breathing on both sides is you get to see the entire field. So you get to look left and right, and you get a better idea of any swimmers are closer to you. And in the previous race, Long Island just got outtouched by Columbus Isles, and their swimmer was breathing to the left for the entire last 50, and the competitor from Columbus Isles was swimming to her right, so she didn't get to see her. And maybe if she had breathed or taken a breath on that side, she would have given it a little bit more effort. We'll never know, but one benefit of breathing on both sides. Grand Bahama touching in first place there, taking over Team New Providence in lane 4. And in third place, Columbus Isles. And Andros will touch in here in fourth place to end the boys' 13 and 14 400-meter freestyle relay. Getting ready for the girls' 15 and 17, 15 and over 400-meter freestyle relay. Lane 3 will be Columbus Isles, Lane 4 Exuma Ragged Island, Lane 5 Grand Bahama, Lane 6 New Providence, and Lane 7 Long Island. Wait, I see there was a pause here. It looks like they may be combining these events. Yes, they're combining the boys and girls 15 and over 400-meter freestyle relay. So you'll see both male and female swimmers here in the pool for this event, which means that our meet will wrap up just a few minutes quicker than we expected here. Officials trying to make sure they have it all sorted out, asking the field to stand down off of the blocks. And now they're ready for the start. Boys and girls, 15 and over 400-meter freestyle relay in the pool now, so this will be exciting to watch. And this one should be a fast race here on both sides. You could go to the booth and ask. On your screen now, the boys and girls 15 and over 400 meter freestyle relay here. Very exciting event. The crowd is loud here at the Betty Kelly Canning Aquatic Center cheering on their teams. And as we've seen from these previous relay events, it's anybody's race. When you're watching, if you blink, you'll notice that the team that was in first is now in third. And you think the race is over, but then someone else joins in. So that's why everyone gets so excited for the relay, because it's a longer race, 400 meters. Each swimmer is swimming 100 meters, and so there's a lot of time for things to change up. And so far in every race, we've seen something different and exciting going on here. Unfortunately, one disqualification in one of the bigger races, and Team Grand Bahama that won that event actually got disqualified. Important to be careful on those exchanges. You can see right now on the screen a good battle going on here. The girls, two of the teams. And the boys have completed their 400 meter freestyle relay. The girls coming in now. Two of the girls' teams heading home, two just turning in for their final lap. That brings us to the end of the 15 and over 400 meter freestyle relay here at the Betty Kelly Canning National Swim Complex. We have completed day 2 of competition here. It was a beautiful day at the Bahamas Games swim competition. Lots of fast races. And we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's session and the final session starts at 1 p.m. and we'll be bringing you some more exciting races, the 4x50 meter mixed medley and some other exciting events, but we'll tell you all about it right after this quick break. Then we'll be back to wrap at the Betty Kelly Canning National Swim Complex. Stay with us.
Together to a common loftier goal.
Grammy, what's a common loftier goal?
Well, my sweet one, a common loftier goal is a shared dream that we, as Bahamians, achieve together. It's a vision of unity, progress, and prosperity for all of our beautiful islands. You see, a common loftier goal is about working together towards something bigger than ourselves. It is what we are always striving to achieve. Now, how we get there is by one small step at a time.
But our country is so small.
Well, hon, you'll be surprised what can happen when you believe.
Here, in the heart of Nassau, we welcome you to Bahama Handprints. Since 1966, we've been designing and manufacturing one-of-a-kind fabric. Every yard is printed by hand, and every garment and accessory crafted with expert care. Meet Les, our head printer for over 30 years. Les delicately prints each swath of fabric in our Harbor Bay factory, a skill he has mastered over decades, a true labor of love. Our islands inspire the vibrant colors and tropical motifs synonymous with Bahama handprints. Our team of artisans passionately creates an array of apparel and accessories for women, men, and children. A visual feast, designed and made locally. Visit our factory store in Harbor Bay today to see it unfold before your very eyes, or visit one of our 2 boutiques located in Sandyport, Nassau, or Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera. Bahama Handprints. Boldly Bahamian.
Inspections by the MVTS are to begin January 2024 on all commercial vehicles. Drivers will need to ensure that their trucks meet safety standards. Inspection areas include lights, horns, brakes, hydraulic systems. All trailers must be inspected on the same timeline, must have proper brakes, locking systems, and is roadworthy. Contact us at 601-0629 for further details and appointments.
Blue Lagoon Island is an amazing private island day away that's fun for all ages. Choose your speed. Swim in the calm lagoon. Conquer the inflatable aqua park. Tour the island via Segway or relax in a hammock under a swaying palm tree. Visit our dolphins, sea lions, stingrays, and sharks for an encounter of a lifetime. There's just so much to see and do on beautiful Blue Lagoon Island. Call 363-1003 to book your spot today.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Lowe's means a lot to me. Seeing my customers smile brightens my day. Family is important to me. I love spending quality time with my grandchildren. I'm happy to celebrate 70 years with Lowe's. My name is Constance Penn. I've been working with Lowe's for 48 years. I hope and trust that they have another 70 years to come.
ATH Physiotherapy has a professional team of therapists that stay up to date with the latest methods in orthopedic rehabilitation. Our clinical staff is praised in helping in the recovery of sports injuries, including neck, back, knees, and shoulders, just to name a few. We provide high-quality service in a warm, friendly environment. Insurance is accepted with a doctor's referral. Get back on track with KTH Physiotherapy. Located East Bay Shopping Center, opposite Potter's Key. 394-5161.
Catch Janae's annual 20% off back-to-school sale going on this week.
2 of the Bahamas Games swimming competition here at the Betty Kelly Canning Aquatic Center. A wonderful, exciting day of competition. We got to sit down with coaches and athletes today to talk to them about their experience at the Bahamas Games. I got my Long Island Sheep Runners swim cap and my Long Island Sheep Runners t-shirt, so I am so excited. Thank you, Coach Trevano, for working that out for me. My last time swimming for Long Island was the last Bahamas Games more than 20 years ago, and so I'm so happy to have this, and maybe you'll see me swimming tomorrow. No? Okay, fine. All right, so I have some point standings for you after today's events. In 10th place, we have Team Bimini with 19 points. Abaco is in 9th place with 28 points. And then Team Eleuthera with 90.5 points. Team Michael is in 7th with 196.5 points. Team Exuma and Ragged Island in 6th place with 293.5 points. In 5th place, Team Long Island with 397 points. 4th place is Andros with 581.5 points. Team Columbus Isles, 601 points. They're in 3rd place. Team New Providence in 2nd place with 978 points. And Team Grand Bahama in 1st place continues to dominate the swimming competition here at the 2023 Bahamas Games swimming competition. We are so happy that you joined us this afternoon. Be sure to come back. Tomorrow we'll bring you more live swimming action here at the Bahamas Games swimming competition at 1 p.m. See you then.